Oh, that defeats the purpose because a woman,
Well, is that immoral?
it's not immoral. I mean,
Okay, so right. So
it's
then when we
it.
see like intercourse that does not confine to like, this like generalized types of dominance and submissiveness, it doesn't seem to be immoral. So dude, I'm not getting your argument at all. So you said that it's going to be biologically wrong because it's not natural, like heterosexual
Mhm.
or homosexual intercourse. Define natural.
So natural is sort of like the majority, like Adam and Eve, like from the get go.
So okay,
So
so natural is defined as the majority,
biblically, I
right?
guess.
So now you're just saying it's wrong because it's not the majority. Sweet.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
would you say that it's wrong to be a man over 6 foot tall?
No.
Okay, well, like men, it's not like majority of men over are not over 6 foot tall. Therefore, that would be immoral under the same line of thought. But that's going to be a logical contradiction, right? And like, I don't necessarily think that something is
Yeah.
going to be like immoral or wrong because it does not constitute the majority of any given group, right? Because
Okay.
we could just like put this into so many contexts, right? So like, majority
Mhm.
of men are over 6 foot tall. Is that wrong or immoral? No. Majority of people aren't redheads. Is it wrong or immoral to be a redhead? No. Majority of people don't have blue eyes. Is it wrong or immoral to have blue eyes? No. I mean, like, majority of people in the U.S. are white, meaning the minority is going to be black. Is it wrong to be black in the U.S.? No. Like, I mean, there's like so many instances in which we could show that something isn't necessarily going to be wrong because it does not constitute the majority. And then also like this aptness for saying that the majority is always going to be correct also has problems entailed logically. Like, let's just look at like what majority of the people thought was correct in, like, Germany in the 1930s. Like, majority of people thought that it was okay to unalive Jewish people. Was it okay to unalive Jewish people? No. So it's like the credence, we can't like give any credence to what the majority thinks or what the majority is in any case ever. So that's not going to be
Okay.
a strong
Okay.
argument whatsoever.
Okay. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. What about religiously? Like when God tells you don't do that?
Yeah, and where does God say that in the Bible?
I'll say in Quran, in the Bible, in Leviticus, and in Quran, in the Quran as well.
Okay,
Leviticus, Bible, and the Quran, both.
okay,
Right?
sweet. So, like, in the Quran, like, the Quran also says that slavery is okay. The Quran says that it's okay to unalive non-believers. The Quran says it's okay to cut people's hands off if they steal. The Quran says it's okay, to like give lashes for fornication, and then not to mention that Prophet
And those are,
Muhammad quite literally
and
married.
yes.
Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Please let me finish. Not to mention that Prophet Muhammad quite literally married a 6-year-old. So we're gonna see like a lot of contradictions in the Quran.
Oh hell
And then like
no,
now
that's
moving
wrong.
on. No, stop. No, it's not wrong. And then now moving on to the Christian Bible, you said that it. Thank you so much for the hand arts. You said that it says it's wrong in Leviticus. Well, it does say that being gay is an abomination in Leviticus, but Leviticus quite literally also says that the rules in which were outlined were only applicable to the ancient Israelites because of their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites. So that would be a strong
Okay.
argument as to why it's wrong to be gay as like an ancient Israelite, but obviously we aren't ancient Israelites. And then not to mention that you also just referenced two religions. So you're obviously not going to think that the religious texts of both Christianity and Islam are correct because you're not going to think that both of those gods exist. So that was kind of like fallacious of you. Like that was like
Let me tell you.
incredibly fallacious of you.
Yeah. Let me tell you. I'll give you like my worldview of my view of like homosexuality in context of
No, I don't want your
religion.
worldview. I just want to know why it's wrong. Alexis,
I would
thank you
say
so
like
much for that galaxy. And you just said it was wrong because it says so
awesome.
in the
Yeah.
Quran and in the Bible. First of all,
Yeah.
you're not going to hold both the Quran and the Bible to be true unless you're just like insane. And then, no, the Bible actually doesn't say it's wrong. And then the Quran has a fuck ton of contradictions in it, such as those that I listed off. Do you have any other arguments as to why
I
it's wrong
I,
to be
I
gay?
would I would I would counter argue the all the points you mentioned about the Quran, they're all false.
Okay, no, they're
Like
not.
yeah, because it's sort of like
Thank you for that, a mustache.
I would say for me, like personally, I believe like um, being gay is not wrong because it's an internal thing that society put on people. So if you're not
Okay, so now
attracted to
that
the
you're just like contradicting exactly what you just said. You just referenced Leviticus in the Christian Bible to condemn homosexuality, and like if
yes,
you're gonna
yes,
follow Levitican law, it quite literally says that
yes.
being gay is an abomination and they should all be put to death. So now when you say it's not wrong, you're just contradicting what you said 2 seconds ago. But he dipped. Chat. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest here, guys. Everybody, welcome in, y'all. Make sure we're tippity tapping away in that phone screen, guys. Let's try to get up to 150,000 likes, baby. We're gonna go ahead and get our next guest guests in here. If you think that being gay is going to be wrong or immoral, hop in those guest requests. Also, a quick PSA: we are going to be doing a new topic tomorrow. We're going to be like slowly cycling out of only running this every single day. I got y'all on that. Don't even worry. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up here. Let's go ahead and get Ricardo up here, and also Alexis. Thank you so much for that galaxy. I really appreciate you. Thank you for those hand hearts as well. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can. Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I think, in my opinion, I think it is wrong.
Okay, why do you think it's wrong?
There's a lot to it.
Okay, so then tell me why you think it's wrong to be gay. Come on, man.
Okay, first of all, can a man and a man make a baby?
Nope.
So biologically speaking, it's wrong, right?
Okay, sweet. So let's talk about that. Do you think infertility is immoral?
But it's not wrong. You get me?
Now, can an infertile man and an infertile woman make a baby?
Okay.
So now you see the contradiction, because you just said it's wrong to be gay because they can't yield offspring, but then you
Yeah.
said it's not wrong to be infertile, regardless of the fact that if you are infertile, you
Yeah,
can't yield
but
offspring. There's your first contradiction.
that's medicated. That's something that's wrong with you.
I
You
mean,
get
you
me?
quite literally just said it wasn't wrong, right? So now you're just contradicting what you said 3 seconds
Yeah,
ago.
but we're
So
talking
both
about
infertility,
gender and
no, give me a
relationships.
second. So both infertility and being gay are going to be natural conditions of the human experience that are uncontrollable, and are meant to be and are unchangeable, right? So,
I,
like in the case of infertility, when you say that's something wrong with you, no, that's just your notion of what infertility is, right?
no, it's
So
not an
obviously,
emotion.
infertility is not going to be wrong. It's just different from the majority, right? And then not to mention that this would still contradict your statement on being gay because you specifically said that infertility is not immoral, regardless of the fact that they can't yield offspring. But you did say that being gay was immoral because they couldn't yield offspring.
Okay. Okay, we're talking about genders and relationship, not about diseases or what you were born with. Like, if you can have a baby, that's something within a gender. Two genders put together is wrong. I know, I
Okay,
seen your
why?
life for about 5 minutes.
No, Ricardo, I'm asking you why. Why is it wrong? You haven't given me any reason why it's wrong. The one reason that you gave was a contradiction, and the appeal to infertility. All that was a
Yeah,
logical analogy. There exists like no logical symmetry breaker between the two ideas. So why is it wrong to be gay?
yeah. I don't think we're gonna get somewhere because
Homie, no,
I
we're not
say
going to get
two
anywhere
people
because you're
when you
not
say
telling me why
something.
it's wrong to be gay.
It's wrong because it's wrong. Two
Do you
genders
see the
cannot.
problem with that? Do you see the problem? It's wrong because it's wrong, homie.
Yeah.
No, pull up your big boy pants, put your thinking cap on, and actually tell
Okay.
me why it's
Can
wrong. Do you
can
understand how
oil
idiotic that
and
sounds?
water be mixed together?
No, because they're hydrophobic, right?
Okay, put it like that. A male and a male cannot be together. That's how
Well, they
wrong
they
it is.
quite they quite literally can be, right? We observe like homosexual like couples and like gay marriage all the time, right? I think we see about 20% of our population is going to
Yeah,
be
but that's
non-straight, and they can
wrong.
be together because well, yeah, but why?
Okay, if you open that door, is pedophilia good or bad?
Yeah, P30ophilia is going to be bad because that results in rights violations, harm, suffering, trauma, and pain. What rights violations,
Okay,
harm, suffering, trauma, and pain does gay intercourse result in?
okay, don't you think if a little girl or little boy sees two men kissing, do you think that's correct or you think that's incorrect?
No, I think that's fine because I don't think that two men kissing is wrong. You just keep telling me it's wrong, but you're not giving me any reason. Like, do
I
you
just
understand
told
that?
you.
No, no. Do you
I just
understand that?
told
Like,
you.
you're no, you didn't,
Yes. I think your opinion of gay and my opinion of gay is different. We
homie.
literally
But you're not telling. You're just telling me that it's
I
wrong
just
because
told you
it's
why.
wrong. Wait,
I
what was
just
your
told
reason
you
why? Yeah, what reason
because
did you
a man and
articulate?
a man doesn't belong together and a
Yeah,
woman
why don't
and
they
a woman.
belong together?
I just told you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did
No,
because
you
they don't
didn't.
belong together.
Bro, no, and
They
I'm
do.
asking you why they don't belong together. That's just you restating that you think it's wrong to be gay. That's not your reason why you think it's wrong to be gay. Why do a man and a man not belong together?
Okay, you tell me your reason why do they belong together?
Yeah, because there's going to be no moral ramifications of same-sex or opposite-sex attraction or intercourse, and we observe like homosexuality is a natural occurrence that exists not only within humans but also within 3,000 animal species, and there's no like necessary harm that is produced because of this, right? So now you tell me why do you think they do not belong together?
Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna get anywhere. It's because I
No,
feel
we're not. Yeah, we're not going to get anywhere because you can't tell me why you don't think that men belong together. We're not going to get anywhere because you're not sharing me your reasons why you
yeah, I
believe in what you believe in. We're
okay,
not
but
going to get anywhere because you don't have any reasons to believe in
I
what
just
you
told
believe in.
you.
We're not going
I
to get
just told
anywhere because you're willfully ignorant in the fact that you are just willfully have this prejudice against gay people. And you keep on telling me you just told me, you just tell me. No, you
yeah.
just told me that you think it's wrong to be gay and you just told me that you don't think a man and a man belong together. But what you will not tell me is why you think it's wrong to be gay, and what you will not tell me is why you think a man and a man don't belong together. So
I
once
just
again,
told you
like
a
no,
man
put
and
that
a man
thinking cap
can
on
conceive
and tell me
of.
why that I'm no,
I
don't
just
interrupt me,
told
right?
you a man can't. A man can have a man and a man. They cannot have a kid. A woman and a woman can have a kid.
Right. I have a
I'm telling
question.
you, if you open that door, you have to open that door for everything. For these people that are so-called maps, for these people that are also called the LGBTQWXYZ community. I don't know how, all that stuff. You have to open all that stuff. So being gay is wrong. That's just a twist on the knob if you want to open that door. Would you like for if you have a daughter or a son, for her to or him to have a 20-year-old boyfriend or girlfriend when she's like 5? No, right?
Homie, so
Right?
Ricardo, hear this out. So you can't condemn like P30ophilia and then equate that to homosexuality.
It's the
Again,
same
this is a
thing.
fault. Don't interrupt me. No, it is not the same thing. Okay, so you're saying it's the same thing. So P3D sexuality, like being a P3DO is wrong because P3Dophilia results in rights violations, rape, assault, trauma, and suffering. Name any rights violations, rape, assault, trauma, or suffering that homosexuality results in.
Well, that's how
That is
you
why. No, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. I don't know. Like, stop jumping the gun here. I'm allowing you to speak. Allow me to
okay.
speak. Right.
So
So it's like you're making this false equivalency, and I just outlined why PDO3, why being a P3DO is bad. Now, like because of those negative repercussions, explain to me where we see those negative repercussions in a consenting adult relationship between a man and a man, right? And then your other reason, you said it's wrong because a man and a man can't make a baby. Is it immoral for me to have an infertile wife? Yes or no?
no, it's
Yeah.
not.
Could me and my infertile wife ever make a baby?
No, it's not.
Right. So you just said it's wrong for a man and a man to be together because they can't make a
Yeah.
baby, but it's not wrong for a man and a woman to be together if they can't make a baby. So it has nothing to do with reproductive ability. You're just saying you like man and woman, but you don't like man and man. And the reasoning that you've continued to give about like reproductive ability or lack thereof it is going to show to be false because of this analogy in which I'm drawing. And you only hold this reproductive ability or lack of that or this conclusion from a relationship to show that relationship to be immoral only if it's between a man and a man or a man and or a woman and a woman, because I continue to grant this analogy of me with an infertile woman that would yield that same conclusion. It will not call it wrong. So once again, it has nothing to do with the reproductive ability whatsoever. And then your only one other leg that you're standing on here is going to be the false equivalency between homosexuality and P30ophilia. So now answer my question on this. P30ophilia is bad because it results in rights violations, harm, suffering, trauma, and pain. What rights violations, harm, suffering, trauma, pain, rape, and assault does homosexuality result in?
And like I said, I just told you, imagine a 7-year-old, any little kid that was raised based on man and woman together. That's correct, right? If a man and a man is kissing in front of that little girl, that little boy, don't you think that will suffer trauma for that little boy or that little girl? Don't
No.
you think that's traumatic?
No, that's only going to be traumatic to them if they're homophobic, right?
That's not being homophobic.
Yeah, no, no, like legitimately look at this, right? So I'm gonna look at a man and a man kissing the same way that I'm gonna look at a man and a woman kissing, because I don't think that
Yeah.
one is correct or incorrect, or more so than the other, right? So you just like keep on repeating, like when you say that it's traumatic to see a man and a man kissing, no, what you're just appealing to is other people that think it's wrong for a man and a man to kiss, right? So it's like, so like again, I'm asking your reasons. Why is it traumatic to see a man and a man kissing,
Because it's incorrect.
and why
And
is it
then you're gonna
incorrect?
say why. And then you're gonna say why, and then we're gonna go all the way to Adam and Eve, and then you're gonna talk about biblical prophecy, all that
No, no, no,
stuff.
no, no. So this isn't chess. This isn't checkers. It's a debate. Why is it
Yeah,
incorrect for a man and a man to kiss?
because it's not right.
Why is
Because
it, bro? Why is it not right?
Adam and Eve were here first. A woman and a man are supposed to be together, get married,
Why?
and have kids.
How do you know that to be the case?
It's written in stone, man.
Wait, wait. Man and a woman are supposed to be together and have kids. Is that what you just
Yeah,
said?
Yeah, and that's the
So,
correct way
so
to
then
do
why did
stuff.
you not call it immoral when I gave you the case of me with an infertile wife? Could we have kids? No. Yeah, you don't think it's immoral?
Yeah, but that's not incorrect.
Yeah, well, no. According to you, it would be because you said that homosexuality is incorrect because they can't have kids.
But we're talking about genders. You get me? We're
Dude,
going
this
a
is a
little.
logical analogy here, Ricardo. No, we're not talking about genders. We're talking about like sexual attractions and like intercourse, right? So it's an analogy, homie. You're quite literally saying that a man it's bad for a man and a man to be together because they can't have kids, correct?
Amongst other stuff.
Okay, so this is one reason.
Yeah.
Can me and an infertile woman have kids?
No, you can't. But
Is it bad for me to be with her?
no.
Therefore, the fact of not having kids doesn't have any moral repercussions on
But
the
you guys are
relationship.
not. You guys are not different genders. Do you understand?
Well, now, do you understand that, like, therefore, the reproductive ability has nothing to do with why you think it's wrong?
Yes, but they're not
Right. So
being
now,
gay.
okay, Gus, awesome,
They're
awesome.
not
You
being
understand?
gay.
No, Ricardo,
You and your
awesome.
wife are
No,
not being
Ricardo,
gay.
stop talking. Stop talking. So now you understand. You just said it yourself that
Yeah.
you like the reproductive ability has like no inference on why you think it's wrong because
I
there's another case that has that same conclusion of reproductive ability, and you said it's not wrong. Fucking Dean W. We got the concession on the first point. Okay, now we're gonna completely move away from reproductive ability because you said it yourself that has no moral ramification on why you think it's wrong. So why do you think it's wrong?
Yeah, we're not getting anywhere. I feel like your opinion is strong and my opinion is strong
Bro,
as
we're not
well.
getting anywhere because you're being dogmatic. No, no,
We're
no.
two
We just
different
agreed that has
communities.
nothing to do with no, Ricardo.
Yeah.
Don't just like pivot and say we're not getting anywhere when you don't have anything to say. We are not getting anywhere because you don't have any reason to think that it's wrong to be gay. And then the one fallacious reason you had as far as reproductive ability goes was shown to be dog shit when I made the analogy to an infertile wife. So now, apart from
Yes,
talking about reproductive ability, why is a man-on-man relationship wrong?
it's incorrect. It's not. Again,
Say that again.
biblically, it's not holy, humanly,
All right, well, yeah.
biologically, it's incorrect.
Name one verse in the
It's
Christian Bible that condemns homosexuality.
there you go. I didn't want to get to this topic because I'm just a
You know,
Catholic.
you quite literally said, "Oh, are you Catholic?"
Yeah.
Yeah, the Catholic Pope Francis says it's not wrong to be gay. So good going. Now you're contradicting the word of your own fucking Pope. I mean, that's expected out of homophobics. I mean, but that's just crazy that you're willing to do that. Okay, so you said it's biblically wrong, and this is why you think it's wrong to be gay. Name one verse in the Christian Bible that says it's wrong to be gay.
Yeah. All right, man. It was fun. It was fun talking to you.
No, don't run. Don't run. I'm not going to let you run. I'm not going to let you run. You said it's biblically wrong to be gay. Name one verse in the Christian Bible that says it's wrong to be gay.
Thou should not be gay.
What
Nah, I'm
verse is
just
that?
kidding, man.
Yeah, we both know
verse
that isn't a verse.
verse Andrew Tate 101.
Yeah, so I'm guessing. Okay,
Nah,
so
I'm just
honestly, you
saying,
just kind
man.
of sound like a
Hey,
fake Christian. So like unironically, you just sound like a fake Christian. Oh, look, I'm gonna go ahead and help you out here. I'm gonna go ahead and help you out. So A, you said that you were Catholic, and the Catholic Pope Francis says that homosexuality is okay. So you're contradicting the word of the most holy human alive. And then B, you do not know any verse that would potentially condemn homosexuality. I'll go ahead and run you through them: Leviticus, Genesis, Romans, Corinthians, and Timothy. All five of these verses do not actually condemn homosexuality. Leviticus only applied to a group of people a long time ago. Genesis, the two cities of Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed because of rape and assault.
Yeah.
Romans is a misinterpretation of Greek-Roman society. Then Timothy and Corinthians were mistranslations of Greek texts. So no, it does not say
Yeah.
it's biblically wrong to be gay. What's your next point? Why do you think it's wrong to be gay?
All right, I'm gonna head out after this. Imagine your mom and your dad didn't conceive you. You would not be here. A gay couple could never do that. So
Right.
therefore,
And then this is
I'm
why I
out.
have the graph.
Much love, bro.
If my mom was infertile, would she be able to conceive me? Ah, he ran. He ran. All right, we're going to go and get our next guest up in here. Yo, keep yapping, man. Yo, appreciate you so much for the hand hearts. Thank you so much for the hand hearts. We're going to go and move on to our next guest here, guys. If we're enjoying the debates today, make sure we hit that follow button. Also, if you are donating to the stream, or if you do, if you are considering donating, consider hitting the Venmo, because I get 100% of the proceeds over Venmo, and I only get about 33% of the proceeds over TikTok. Like Amanda, thank you so much for that $10 Venmo. I really appreciate you. We're going to go and move on to our next guest here. here. I appreciate you all so much for being here. Let's go ahead and see what Jay, or actually Drew, accidentally clicked on Drew, has to say here, chat. Also, I need a new headset. Everyone's so quiet. I unironically broke my headset. I need to do that tomorrow. What's up, Drew? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Pete, I need you to listen to me, okay? I've been watching your streams forever, and I really like what you're doing, okay? Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
Of course,
Of
that's all
course.
I have to say. Bye.
Oh, thanks, Drew. I hope you have a good one. W. Drew, thank you for the roses. Let's go and get Jay up here. W. Drew. Wow, what a nice guy. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate that. What's up, Jay? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I think it's wrong.
How old are you?
I am 20.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, why do you think it's wrong to be gay?
I feel like I'm a person for my country, and to do so, you need to populate, and you cannot do that with, let's say it's okay to be gay, right? If everyone was gay, we wouldn't have a country. Like,
Right. No, shit, you got me. You win.
uh-huh.
I'm just kidding. Do you think that infertility is moral?
What do you mean infertility? Like
Infertility
if
is
I were to date a
infertility.
girl who can't give
Is
birth?
infertility immoral?
I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Do you don't know what infertility is?
Like someone who can't give birth?
Yep.
I don't think that's wrong. Like, that's not
What do we see though? We see that being gay leads to no reproduction in the same sense as infertility leads to no reproduction. So when you say it's wrong to be gay
But
because
they're
if everyone
born.
was gay, shush up, shushies. When you say it is wrong to be gay because if everyone was gay, then we would not be able to yield offspring or continue continue humanity. Well, in the same sense, if everyone was infertile, no one would be able to have offspring and humanity would die, right? So this is going to show a logical contradiction in your argument because you said that this is why being gay is wrong, but then yet you do not think that infertility is wrong, regardless of the fact that it yields the same conclusion.
But like infertility, you can't control that. I can control being gay.
Oh, you can control being gay, so you think that being gay is a choice?
On God, I could literally go date men for the rest of my life.
All right, so can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now?
What do you mean by that?
Can you choose to get a BONER to me right now?
I mean, shit, possibly? I don't know.
I honestly just kind of feel like a lot of people come out on these lives. No, can I get a straight answer?
Oh, hell
Or a
no.
gay answer?
Hell
Yo,
no.
Avery!
Bro,
Avery,
it's Adam
thank you so
and
much
Eve.
for the $100. One second.
Not Adam
Avery,
and
thank you.
Eve,
One
bro.
second. Avery, thank you so much for the $100 via Venmo. Avery W in the comment section.
Yeah.
Avery W all fucking
Who
day.
the hell is
Avery
who the
fucking
hell is-
W. Thank you so much for the $100. So anyways, Jay, so you just said like being gay is a choice, people choose to be gay, but I just asked you if you could choose to be sexually aroused by me right now, and you said no. So you basically said that you can't choose to be gay. So you said being gay is a
Well, I
choice, but
can,
you
I
can't
just
choose.
don't
No, just
choose
shushies, shush. So, but then you just said that you can't choose to be gay. So this is going to be a contradiction.
But like, I can choose. Like, if I literally wanted to date men for the rest of my life, I could, and that's gay.
Okay, so I'm gonna think that this is gonna be like more likely of you like being like a bisexual male, considered to
hell
being
no.
a straight male
No,
because
I've
you
dated
cannot
women
choose.
all my
One second, don't cut me off, right?
Well, don't tell me when I'm-
I know, don't cut me off, right? And like I'm saying that like you probably are because people can't choose to be gay, and this is proven by the science. I mean, let's just look at some of the studies real quick. So like I mean, this study shows like an association between like male sexual orientation and specifically gay males and like their genome, specifically associations on the XQ23 chromosome. This study shows the same exact thing. And then this study shows an association between like being gay and the size of the anterior commissure in the human brain. So when you make a statement along the lines of like it's a choice to be gay, well, it's not a choice to be gay because if you are gay, you have differing physicalities of your anatomy and your genome, and you can't consciously choose to change the physicalities of your anatomy and your genome.
So
And
if a
another
person
point
was-
is going to be then another point is going to be the fact that we observe homosexuality in over 3,000 animal species, and some of these animals can't make like conscious decisions, but they're gay. So if they're gay and they can't make decisions, then being gay is not a decision.
All I'm saying, you could take a random person who's been straight all their life, and they can literally choose tomorrow and date the same gender for the rest of their life. They can do that. That is a
Right,
choice.
Jay, and can you name one academic study that would agree with you? I just showed you 3 academic studies on the screen. I could even source the institutions: the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the
Oh, it's
University of Pittsburgh,
common sense. I can
Massachusetts.
go look at like literally a Jared on the random street, and I say like, if you wanted to date men this whole life instead of women, he could choose to do that.
Okay, so he could so can you choose to be sexually aroused by me right now? Can you like get it up?
That's actually crazy, bro. Ain't no way you fucking asking me that.
Yeah, answer the question.
Oh hell nah, bro. That's hella uncomfortable.
Okay, so now this will show that you like same-sex attraction isn't a choice. Jenna,
No,
thank you so much for the
I never said that. But
$15.
that's actually crazy. You asking me that?
No,
That's
Jay, just like revisit on like what you just said. You quite literally just said that you could not choose to be attracted to me right now. You never could choose to be attracted to me right now because you're straight. And this is going to show that being gay isn't a choice because you couldn't choose to be gay. Being gay is like the attraction, right? Like sexual attraction. And like in the inference of like dating someone, well, you're gonna need to be sexually attracted or aroused by someone to date them. D, thank you so much for the
That's not true.
$50 via
There's plenty
Venmo.
of
WD,
relationships
thank
do not
you.
have intercourse. So that's false right there.
There is plenty of relationships where we don't see
So
intercourse.
you don't have to be sexually attracted to date them. You just said that.
Right. So, I mean, do you really think that a straight man is going to go out of his way and date another man who he's not
Is it
sexually
possible?
aroused by?
Is it possible?
Is it possible? Yo, Aiden, thank you so much for the $20. I
No,
got you
don't
up
read
here.
your donations. Is it possible?
Is it possible for a straight man to date a gay man?
Yes.
Define date. What does date mean?
You define it.
No, you keep using it. I want to know how you're using it.
What do you mean?
How are you using that word?
I'm not. You are.
No, you said that a straight man could date a gay man. What do you mean when you say date? Because like when I say date, I'm like thinking about like sexual and like romantic attraction, right? So no, that's gonna be impossible.
There's many examples of date. There could be dating or just seeing each other. Could be dating over the phone. There could be dating with intercourse. So like,
Are you saying that like I think like we're like what we're experiencing is like some cognitive dissonance right now. So it's possible for like a gay man and a straight man to be friends, but it is not possible for a gay man and a straight man to be like romantically and sexually involved with one another.
there's multiple definitions of date.
Drew, thank you for the money gun. Yeah, but no, like what I'm getting at is it is impossible for a straight man to be sexually or romantically involved with a gay man because if he was sexually or romantically involved with a gay man, he would be gay. He wouldn't be straight.
I'm just saying you can choose to be gay. Like it's a choice. Like
Wait, no. So define gay. So like the definition of gay is going to be same-sex attraction, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So you can't choose same-sex attraction. Jay, this would go back to the question I just asked you earlier. Can you choose to be sexually attracted and aroused to me right now? And you said, "Oh hell no, I can never do that."
Stop. I'm not sexually aroused by you, bro.
Can you choose to be
Can I choose to be what?
sexually aroused by me?
By you? Hell no, I'm straight.
Right, so that should show that you can't choose to be gay because that would be the definition of being gay. There we go.
That's just me though. That's not other people.
Okay, so yeah, so then other people, why if you can't choose to be gay, why do you think other people could choose to be gay?
They can be. They 100% can be. So
yeah, show
tell
me one academic study that would agree with you.
I don't have any studies on deck.
Okay,
bro.
well, how about this? I have fucking studies on it, man. So
Well,
once
you
again,
do
the
this shit for a
Netherlands, well,
living.
no, shush. So like the Netherlands Institute for
shit.
Brain Research and the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, once again showed like genome associations with the XQ23 chromosome by this study or this study, or
Thank you,
associations
Jackson.
with the size of
WJ,
like the
on
interior
guard.
commissure. Like once again, no, here's like the big problem right now. Here's your statement, it's a choice to be gay. Here's my statement, it's not a choice to be gay. I have institutions of science, medicine, psychology, sociology, neurobiology to back this point of view with like articulated academic studies, like that were like, like committed by, unbiased forms of scientific observation and research. Then I also have like two deductive arguments. One would be the fact that we observe homosexuality in over 3,000
All right,
animal
bro, quit
species.
yapping.
No, I'm not done talking.
too much,
Don't,
bro.
I'm not done talking, right? And then like
I
we
know,
also
yeah.
observe no, I'm not done talking, Jay. So you're gonna go ahead and get your first mute, right? You're gonna go ahead and get your first mute. And then I also have like the deductive argument on the fact that we observe homosexuality
Can't unmute the fuck.
in over like 3,000 animal species, and these animals cannot make conscious decisions in the same sense that you or I can. Therefore, being gay can't be a choice. And then we also have a very strong deductive argument on the fact that you just said that you couldn't choose to be gay, right? So like, what is your reasoning? Why do you think that you can choose same-sex attraction? Why do you disagree with the science? Why do you disagree with the deductive argument on the case of like all of the animal species?
Holy shit, bro! I could have did my
And then why do you
taxes.
disagree with like your own like of your own like notion of like this being gay is not a choice?
Bruh, I can go on the random street right now and pick any guy off, and I could tell him to just date.
Homie, no, you couldn't. You already told us that you couldn't choose to be sexually aroused by me. You couldn't choose to be sexually aroused by men.
No, I did.
So
That's where you're wrong. I said that. Another person's different from me.
Yeah, so why do you think another person can do that if you can't?
We're people. People make their own decisions.
Yeah, can you decide to fly right now?
No.
Right, in the same way that like any straight man cannot decide to enlarge the size of his interior commissure or like have new associations on his genome with the XQ23 chromosome, as shown that gay men must
You
possess
don't
this to be
need that
gay
to
by
be
the
gay.
study. The study.
You
Yes,
don't
no,
need
you
that to
quite
be
literally
gay.
do. No, you quite literally do. This is what the science
The
proves.
fuck? No, I could be gay tomorrow if I wanted to.
No,
And I don't
you
have that
quite
shit in my
literally
head.
no, Jay. Now you're just contradicting what you just said that you couldn't choose to be gay today or tomorrow.
I just said, wait, how?
So
I'm literally saying,
you could choose to be like sexually aroused by me tomorrow.
bro, if you give me that question one more time, bro.
Answer it.
Hell fucking nah.
Avery, thank you for the subscription. So I just want to get this straight. You just said you could choose to be gay tomorrow, and then I asked you if you could choose to be gay tomorrow, and you said no.
Well, I meant to say yes. Like, I could literally choose to be that.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest. You have like
Yeah, I don't
the
blame
IQ
you
of like
because you know
Kelvin
my
room
point
temp.
was right.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, WJ in the comment section. WJ in the comment section for real. Yeah, that man's either in denial or like possesses like the IQ of Kelvin room temp. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest here. You know, you unironically cannot talk to a brick wall. Thank you so much for the roses. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest here. Yo, W Gifters, by the way, get W Gifters for real. Let's go ahead and see what Johnny has to say here, chat. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
That's not the question I would ask, because everyone has their own opinions on what they think they should
I'm asking you for your opinion. Do you think it's wrong?
For someone to choose to be gay or someone to be born gay, no, it's not.
Okay,
It's the way
unfortunately, I'm only talking
they work.
opposition. It's not a choice to be gay. I appreciate you for coming up here. Also, y'all, if there's any, do I have any friends in here right now? Like, is specific in here right now? No. Okay, shit. We're gonna go and get our next guest up in here. I just kind of need to go to the bathroom here soon. I really need to go pee. So I might get someone up here to, you know, run the debates for like 30 seconds. But we'll do that in a little bit. Let's go and get our next guest up in here, guys. If we're enjoying the debates, make sure we're tapping away in that phone screen, y'all. Let's try to get up to 500,000 likes, y'all. Also, hit that follow button if you haven't already. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Okay, unfortunately, they went on pause. I didn't mean to get them up here. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Let's go ahead and see what Kibble has to say. Thank you so much for that, love you. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate that. Everybody tap away. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? I just wanted to come up and shred. Okay, let's go to get Dixon up here. Me! Thank you so much for the $10 via Venmo. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
You know, you have nice dick-sucking lips, you fucking faggot.
Okay, so you're obviously very mad, already using slurs. I would boot you off the live, but I want 3,000 people to watch you get embarrassed. Why do you think it's wrong to be
Go fucking asshole, you fucking cunt.
Okay, why do you think it's wrong to be gay?
Why do I think it's wrong to be gay? Because your cock gets full of shit, you fucking faggot.
So actually, that's not required. We're also going to like deem lesbians as being gay, and we would also deem, you know, the fact that like men can clean their anuses, and then we'd also perceive the fact that even if they didn't, and then it did get covered in feces, that this wouldn't
Go
necessarily be
suck
immoral.
your fucking dad's dick, you fucking little faggot-loving queer.
Okay, so
Fuck
honestly,
you,
like what you're just
bitch.
showing me right now is that you have no counter argument
That's all
against
you
what I said.
is. You're a fucking homosexual fucking queer bait.
Well,
That's all
honestly,
you are.
I'm a straight male.
Fuck you.
Okay, so why do you think it's wrong
Fuck
to be gay?
you.
You just sound like an emotional man with a fragile ego.
I sound emotional, buddy. You're
Yeah.
on here fucking talking about faggots, you fucking queef.
Yeah, so honestly, you just sound like very mad and emotional. Are you crying, Dixon?
Your dad sucked your dick, or do you suck his, you fucking faggot?
Yeah, did you take an IQ test, or did you know you get rejected when you walked in the door? Did you get a high school diploma, or did you fucking drop out at 10th grade? Right? Did you go to college, or did you go work at a McDonald's?
Doesn't matter if you're a dropout or a fucking high school achievement. You know what a fucking faggot is when you see one, and you're the fucking faggot, you dick sucker.
And I know a sub room temp Kelvin IQer when I see one, because you, man, cannot give me any reason why it's wrong to be gay, right? So let's go ahead and talk about it. Again, like the only reason that I'm like letting you stay up here with like this insane use of the slurs is because I actually like want light to be shed on this. I want 3.6 people thousand just to watch the types of individuals that like hold prejudice against gay people, right? So So like what I'm gonna ask you to do is like
Do you
articulate
rim
why
your
it's wrong to be gay.
boyfriend before you fuck him? You fuck.
All right, so you're gonna go ahead and get your first mute. So you did kind of give some reason why you think it's wrong to be gay. You said it's because like the dick or like the male member gets covered in feces. Well, like this isn't like necessary for same-sex attraction. The male posterior, the anus can be cleaned. We're also going to be looking at forms of woman on woman as like same-sex attraction, and this they don't have dicks, and they definitely do not like casually insert things. And oh, he just got permanently banned. He just got permanently banned. No, he didn't. Wow. He just got permanently bananaed. So that, okay. That's never happened. That's never happened. So that guy, he didn't just get like removed from the live stream. His entire account got permanently bananaed. Like unironically, there's someone from TikTok watching this stream right now that just permanently bananaed his entire account, not just his live access. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest here, guys. Jesus Christ, that guy's crazy. He's came up before. Yeah, that is like a very sad example of some of the individuals that, unfortunately live inside of our world. If we're enjoying the stream, guys, make sure we're tapping away on that phone screen. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I didn't mean to join, but I think it's completely fine. So you can just...
I appreciate you for coming up, man. I appreciate you for coming up. Everybody, make sure we're tapping away on that phone screen. Also, right now, we're almost at 300 shares. Everybody, share the live with a friend right now, guys. Everyone, share the live with a friend. Let's try to get up to 1,000 shares. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. What's going on, Harley? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yeah,
Why?
because I just feel like they don't contribute to society.
All right, so what would you deem as a necessary contribution to society?
Producing babies.
Right, is infertility immoral?
Yeah.
Infertility is immoral, so you think that every single woman over the age of 60 is going to hell? You think that 19% of women aged 18 through 49 that have this uncontrollable condition of the human experience that is completely natural and cannot be reversed or changed with any amount of will, they're just all wrong and immoral?
Yep.
Do you think that the Pope... Wait, are you religious?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, what religion?
Christianity.
Right, so do you think that popes and nuns of Christianity are like going to hell?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously you don't believe that to be the case. Because that would contradict the word of the Bible, right?
I just think that people need to contribute to society by producing more babies and making the world,
Right. So if you're Christian, you're Christian. You're basically disagreeing with your God right now, right? Because like your God says that like priests and nuns must remain celibate for life. They will never have children, right? So are you saying that like God's wrong?
No, I'm not. I'm just certain people are allowed to, but everyday men and women should contribute to society.
So what if they can't contribute to society, such as like an infertile individual?
Well, they should try and wash away their sins.
Yeah, so you think that infertility is a sin? How do you wash that away?
You go to church every weekend.
All right, so church does not cure infertility. Also, Carly, do you have any kids?
No, I do not.
All right, so you're going to hell. Sweet. Anyways, so back on the topic here.
No, I'm not.
Right, so back on the
18.
yeah, right.
I am only 18. I
Yeah,
am,
you're going to hell.
waiting for marriage.
You're going to hell, right? So let's look at this like one thought experiment real quick. So let's think about this like 4-year-old girl. She had this uncurable condition where she would die at the age of 12. Would you say? Oh, he left. I didn't kick him. All right, dude, he's about to get hit with the craziest reductio of all time, chat. We're gonna go ahead and get our next guest up in here, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get our next guest up in here, guys. Let's go ahead and see what Adam has to say here, chat. Also, y'all, keep in mind, I have to go pee really, really badly. So if there's any friends that I have here that could come up for like 3 seconds, that'd be so greatly appreciated. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I don't think it's immoral, but I just don't think it's like right, I guess.
Okay, so you think it's wrong. Why do you think it's wrong? Which would be morally wrong, right? So why do you think it's wrong?
I just think it's wrong, honestly. In like the reproduction aspect, I know the graph. Don't get me wrong. I know
Right. Is infertility immoral? Like, is it wrong if I marry an infertile woman?
No, because that's
Okay,
something
well then, I mean, like,
people-
we would have just as much reproduction as a gay couple, so this is a contradiction.
I don't think so.
No, of course it is. So you just said it's wrong to be gay because they can't reproduce. So like if there's a man and a man married, like this is going to be immoral because they cannot yield offspring. Would I be able to yield offspring with my infertile wife?
No, but there's in the end, you
Right.
could say 100 people, like 100 gay people, can't reproduce, and you could say 100 infertile people can't reproduce. But in the end, the
Right.
whole world isn't like infertile, gonna
And the
be
whole world
infertile.
isn't gay, right?
Yeah, but it's on the rise.
So actually, no, it's not on the rise. The social acceptance of it is on the rise. So like the self-reported statistics of how many people are gay is also on the rise. But this like that's this like the percentage of gay people when in comparison to the overall amount of people on Earth is very stagnant and is not going to change because being gay is not a choice and is based upon our and is based upon our biology.
Yeah, XQ3 or whatever. Is that
Yeah, yeah.
what
So it's
it
quite
is?
literally not on the rise.
Okay. I think I got proven wrong. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you did. Appreciate you for coming up, Adam. All right, y'all. MJ, thank you so much for that rose. Guys, if we are enjoying the stream, tippity tap tap away on that phone screen, y'all, and share the live to 5 friends right now. Everyone, share the live, guys. Let's get to 1,000 shares. Braden, thank you so much for the $10 Venmo. I really appreciate you, Braden. Thank you so much. And hit that follow button if you haven't already, baby. There's 2.5 thousand people in here. There's no reason why we shouldn't be at 500,000 likes in the next 10 minutes. Everyone spam that like button, y'all. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Let's go ahead and see what Clover has to say, chat. Appreciate those roses, y'all. Appreciate those roses. What's going on, man? Do you think it is wrong or immoral to be gay?
Oh, absolutely not. No,
Okay, unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming up, man. Let's go ahead and see what Harry has to say here, chat. Let's go ahead and see what Harry has to say here. By the way, welcome everybody. We haven't been live for that long. I appreciate you all so much for being here. What's up, Harry? Do you think it is wrong or immoral to be gay?
Absolutely wrong, man.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, why do you think it's wrong? Cassie, thank you for the $20.
Because I only know two gender in this world.
Yeah, so
women
so
and
like
men.
gay men are still going to be men, and
Nah,
like gay women are still going to be women. So they're
yeah,
still going to be like they're still going to like conform to the two genders in which you know.
it's only, first of all, are you man, yeah?
I am men.
And you know woman, yeah?
Yeah.
Where's it come from gay? First of all, if you are a man and a woman, it's only two gender, in it?
In it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why is it
So
wrong to be
where
gay?
is come from gay? I don't understand what you on about. Is everyone you asking on here, they say no. If 3, 5, 10 people say no, there's no. Tell me where is come from gay. That's what I want to know.
I don't understand what you're asking. Maybe there's a
I'm
language
asking,
barrier?
is only two gender, woman and man. That's it. And like the way you keep asking people, you say, I don't even know where they come from gay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're asking.
I'm talking about how many gender you know in this world.
That's not the. I'll just say that there's two.
That's the point. Let me ask you, how many gender they have in the world?
I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest. I appreciate you for coming up, Harry. I I don't know what that guy was yapping about. I don't know what that guy was yapping about. I really did try to hear him out. Like I unironically I did try to hear him out. Yeah, guys, we're trying to get someone in here so I could go pee. I like really need to go pee. We're gonna get someone in here soon. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Orange. And I did see that Venmo. Maggie. Thank you so much, Maggie W for that Venmo. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yeah, a little
why?
bit, yeah.
Yeah, why?
Pretty much the same reasons everyone else. You can't reproduce.
You can't reproduce. So would it be immoral for me to marry an infertile woman?
No, but she didn't choose to be
No, I chose
infertile.
to be with her. I could have like married a fertile woman, but I chose to marry an infertile woman. Therefore, this would be like, like logically analogous with your worldview on the fact that you think it is a choice to be gay, right? So these two are going to be logically analogous, right? So that's not wrong. Avery, thank you so much for that crown. So we're looking at like me marrying, thank you so much for those crowns. So I'm asking you if it's immoral for me to marry a woman that I'd never be able to produce offspring with, and you said no. So why is it wrong for a man to marry a man that he'd never be able to produce offspring with?
Then I guess it is immoral.
So infertility is immoral. So now you're just going to contradict what you just said, shift the goalposts. Well, like the
Yeah, I
concession
guess
that's
so.
saying that infertility is immoral is going to be very bad because every single woman over the age of 55 is infertile because of menopause. So you think that every single woman that dies after the age of 55 is going to hell, and then you're also going to have to say that like 19% of women in between the ages of 18 and 49 are just straight off going to hell, and like your grandma is just as much your grandma is just as much of an abomination under your worldview as a gay man.
No, because she had kids before she's dying.
Right, so imagine she didn't.
Well, I wouldn't exist. She wouldn't be my grand, would she?
Right. Thank you so much for that. Had a mustache. So yeah, just like this 80-year-old woman that's never had kids is going to be just as much of an abomination under your worldview as a gay man. Right. So this is like the crazy hill that you're going to have to die on. But obviously that's not the case. So like this is the contradiction that arises. But yet you still think that being gay is wrong regardless of the reproductive abilities. So obviously it has nothing to do with reproductive abilities. So why is it wrong to be gay?
Well, I just said that. I just said it's immoral for both.
Yeah, so infertility is obviously not wrong or immoral, right? And you even admitted this yourself.
I said that in the beginning, then I clearly like went back in my head and
yeah. So you think that every
realized
single
that it didn't make sense.
So you think that everyone, like, so you think that like 19% of women aged 18 through 49 are just as much of an abomination as gay people?
Unless they choose to not be, yeah.
Right. So infertility is not a choice, right?
No, not the other part.
Yeah. So being gay is not a choice either.
It is though.
Right. Can you choose to be sexually aroused by me or like get it up to me right now?
I guess so, if I really tried, yeah.
All right, so this is going to be like more indicative of you being a bi man because the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research and a few other institutions in medicine and science just absolutely disagree with you because they say in order for you to be gay, you must possess associations with the XQ23 chromosome, as shown by this study or this study, or you must possess associations as far as like a larger interior commissure, as shown by this study. And if you're going to say that you could be sexually aroused by me, that means that you do possess those traits of your anatomy. Therefore, like you're going to be a bisexual male.
No, but if you like pulled a gun to my head and if I didn't, I'd die. I guess I probably could.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I'm a straight man. If I had a gun to my head and someone said, if you do not develop same-sex sexual arousal, you're going to die, I would die. I would not be able to do that. Right. So like, it's going to be just as impossible for me as a straight man to develop same-sex attraction as it would be for me as a man to just start levitating off the ground or walk on water. Right. They're going to be metaphysically impossible in this sense. So obviously no.
I'm just crazy cool. I could just levitate in that.
Yeah, so now see what happens when you get shown to be like logically wrong. You just straw man by saying that you're God. I think he's gonna leave. Yeah, he just left. All right, guys, we're going to go and move on to our next guest here, y'all. We're going to go to move on to our next guest here. Everyone, make sure we're tippity-tapping away that phone screen, guys. Let's get to 500,000 likes. Also, share the live with a couple of friends. We're going to go ahead and get King Champ up here. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for a friend to be in the viewers. Please, what's up, man? How old are you?
Is that what this is?
We got a lot of background noise, so unfortunately, I'm going to move on. I think that guy was like at a family reunion or something. Let's go ahead and get our next guest of the night up here. Oh gosh, guys, I need to go pee so bad. Oh man, I'm texting all of my friends on Instagram right now to come up. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think it depends on the like your view, like what you sort of believe in.
Right, I'm asking you what you believe in. Do you think it's wrong to be gay?
That I can't answer that straight. I think it's like
okay. So unfortunately, I'm going to move on to someone that's a little bit more decisive, right? I do appreciate you for coming up there, though, man. Let's go ahead and see what Toby has to say here, guys. Yo, Danny, please help me, man. Danny, please help me. Okay, wait. We got to fill. I think we got to fill. Yes. We got to fill.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, Danny?
What's going on?
Yo, I want to go pee so bad. Okay. Do you think that you could cover for me for like 30 seconds?
Yeah, I know you need to go potty, don't you?
Yeah, I need to so bad. I gave you moderator powers so you could add and remove guests. I'll just go ahead and get one up
here. Hear that, guys? All fear. I have mod powers.
If they're like non-responsive or a troll, you could probably kick them and add a new one. Danny, thank you so much. Everyone, right now, W Danny in the comment section. W Danny in the comment section. I'll be back. Thank you.
What's up, guys? All right. What's your problem with the gays?
I actually just want to point out that the defense Dean has been using against people who are saying that it's immoral because you can't reproduce. His defense against that is fallacious.
Oh,
So
but you agree with Dean and I, right?
I just want to point out a flaw in his argument.
But you agree with Dean and I, right? Did I misinterpret you?
No.
Okay. So we're looking for debates, man. So I'm gonna move on to the next person if I can help it.
No, I'm saying I disagree.
Oh, okay. So I didn't have any background, so I don't know. You just start over. Just tell me what your problem is with being gay.
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna go along with the same argument that most of the previous people have been using, which is that you can't reproduce, and that there is a moral obligation for people who aren't affiliated with the ministry to reproduce.
Okay. Are you saying that you should only have intercourse if you can reproduce?
Pardon? No.
Are you saying that you should only it's only morally permissible to have intercourse if you can reproduce?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so
that's what I'm saying.
Then you don't think older couples should have the they're doing something wrong, like older heterosexual couples.
Okay, so here's the problem with using older people as an example of like, oh, you reach menopause at the age of around 55 and then you become infertile and can no longer reproduce, right? But what you're overlooking is that women who have reached menopause lived a lifetime where they could have reproduced or they did reproduce. And then
none of that. You just have to change your principle. You have exceptions to your principle, which means that you don't hold to the principle. And a principle with exceptions is no principle at all. Okay, so what is your actual principle here?
The principle is that they were physically able to reproduce, and a lot of cases did, and then they reached a natural biological state where they can no longer reproduce.
Look, I'll give you
biology.
I'll give you Dean's and I's principle, more or less. It's something like this: that as long as you're adults, consenting adults, okay, as long as it doesn't, then it's permissible. Okay, something like that. We could add stuff. I haven't really debated this topic too often, but something like that. What's your principle about the moral permissibility of intercourse?
I believe that intercourse is immoral if it's not used for the purpose of reproduction.
Okay, so if you're holding that principle, then do you have exceptions to that principle?
Hardly.
Okay, but you do, right? So which means you need to modify your principle.
Okay, so what exception are you implying that I have?
Look, obviously, people that infertile heterosexual couples are going to be doing something impermissible on your view, given what you just said. So you got to modify your view.
So in that case as well, right? So that is a health issue. You could look at it as a health issue, right?
What is a health issue?
The fact that the woman or the man is infertile.
What does it have to do with anything?
They're in line with the natural order, where if they did not have that, let's call it a defect or the health issue, then they would be in a state where they would be reproducing or they would be having intercourse for the purpose of reproduction.
I'm about to leave, Dean, but let's bracket the fact that it's probably good that 60-year-olds can't get pregnant because pregnancy is really hard on the body, right? I think that you would have tremendous issues if 60, 70-year-old women could get pregnant. Let's just bracket. So I don't think it's a defect for you.
And they've ran the natural course of their lives and their biology.
Right, so why are you calling it a defect? The point is that I don't know where you're getting. The point is I don't know where you're getting this notion of defect from. It seems like it makes sense from an evolutionary perspective.
Well, if somebody is infertile against their will, then they've hardly committed any type of, let's say, if it's not up to them, it's not up to them that they became infertile.
Just like it's not up to one to become gay.
They would have gone on and reproduced.
Just like if a man wasn't gay, he would have gone on to reproduce.
Sure, right.
Right, so this would be logically analogous.
That a gay man is still capable of reproduction.
and
Right,
it
so
happens a lot.
yeah, so via like IVF or surrogacy.
I'm sorry.
Via IVF or surrogacy.
Okay.
So
I
therefore,
also
this wouldn't
I
necessarily
have
imply that
issues with
being.
that. I think it's unnatural.
All right. Well, Danny,
right.
honestly, Danny, if you want, you can finish off this argument if you want to.
I mean, I don't know what's to say. I mean, like, I don't. He used the term defect when it makes sense evolutionarily speaking. Then he appealed to if it's against your will, which guess what? Evolution only cares about traits that lead to survival and reproduction. It doesn't care about what you want. Okay, sometimes what you want correlates with differential reproductive success, but really, natural selection or whatever is after surviving and reproducing. And it's not good for women to get pregnant at 70 because we know what pregnancy does to the body. It's pretty taxing. So I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, I can see that you don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I don't
Well,
think you know
Danny,
what you're talking about either.
yeah, Danny, thank you so much for filling in for me for a second, man. That was
Yeah.
very, very, very needed. Thank you so much for coming up. Everyone, I want another W, Danny, in the comment section. Thank you so much, man.
All right, see ya. Bye.
See ya. All right, so anyways, Good Samaritan. So is it going to be immoral if I choose to marry an infertile woman?
No.
Right, but we're not going to be able to reproduce.
Right.
Right, so then why is it immoral for a man to choose to marry a man? If you're saying that would be wrong because they want to be able to reproduce. This is going to be like, a logical contradiction, right?
Because there's a natural situation with a same-sex relationship that causes an inability to reproduce. So that is the natural state of the same-sex relationship, is an inability to reproduce. The natural state of a heterosexual relationship is an ability to reproduce. And if there is an inability to reproduce based on infertility, then that is, let's say, a defect or a health issue that was completely out of their control.
Right. So now we're just like now you're just what you're doing is you're like arbitrarily like categorizing these things. So let's like what do I mean by this? So like first of all, you said like it's like like gay men still possess like the reproductive ability to reproduce, right? In the same sense in the question that I asked you, I as a straight fertile man would possess the reproductive ability to reproduce, yet I am choosing to marry and engage in intercourse with this infertile woman, right? But yet you said that this would not be immoral, right? So there's going to be no logical symmetry breaker between these two ideals. In one case, we have a man that is choosing to marry and engage in intercourse with a man that can't reproduce. And then on the other hand, we have a man that is choosing to marry and engage in intercourse with a woman that can't reproduce, right? So like what this shows is that the only difference is if it's a man or a woman, and the reproductive ability holds to be the case in both cases, right? So this is going to show that reproductive ability is not morally relevant because it was held to be the same in both cases. And the only thing that wasn't held to be the same was like the sex or the gender of the individual in which I was engaging in intercourse with, which is going to be a man or a woman. So it's what the moral relevance falls down to the sex of the individual that you're engaging in the intercourse with, right? So now this shows that reproductive ability has like no bearing on why you think it's wrong. So all that you're saying is man on woman is good and man on man is wrong. So why is man on man wrong without, once again appealing to reproductive ability? Because you already ruled that out of the picture by telling me that it would be okay for me to marry an infertile woman.
Yes, okay, so I follow. So you're saying like that with foresight to the woman's infertility, that it should be morally equivalent to choosing to be with a man, right? But I'm going to give, let's say, moral permissibility to that situation where a man decides to be in a relationship with a woman who's infertile because she has been faced with something out of her control, which is this infertility. And that,
right, so like just like I'm saying that like first of all, we're only observing like the actions and the morality of my act, right? So we're observing like like if it's moral or immoral as far as like what I'm doing and who I'm engaging in intercourse with. Me as a fertile male, I'm just deciding to be with someone that cannot yield any offspring, right? And then also not to mention that same-sex attraction and only same-sex attraction, aka being gay, is outside of the control of gay individuals, right? And if you disagree with that, you're basically gonna have to assert that being gay is a choice. Do you think that being gay is a choice?
No, I don't.
Right, so then like the same-sex attraction is going to be outside of the control of a gay man, in the same sense that infertility is going to be outside of the control of the woman. Therefore, that this is going to be logically analogous to one another. But once again, that's irrelevant because we're only like observing the actions taken by me as the fertile man, which is a choice. So, do you have anything else?
Unless you want to open a whole can of worms about why same-sex attraction happens. I personally think it's a symptom of a sick civilization.
Right, and then the science is going to completely rule that out. And then science is going to completely rule that out of the picture, right?
Could you go into that, please?
Yeah, sure. I appreciate the hat and mustache. So we could just look at like the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research or the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts, or like the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA. I mean, I can make other references along the lines of like the WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ESWPATH, the BPS, RCP, the CPA, the APS, the ESSM, the AAP, the AAFP, the ACN, the APHA, which are all institutions of medicine, science, psychology, sociology, and otherwise that have shown us that like same-sex arousal and, you know, sexual orientation as a whole is based upon physicalities of like our anatomy and our genome, as shown by this study. Like gay men have associations with the XQ23 chromosome. This study basically agrees with this. And then here's going to be a study that shows associations to the size of the anterior curvature within the human brain. And this, you know, it cannot be a symptom of a sick civilization, because a sick civilization cannot just like, you know, like spawn in like genome associations or like enlarged interior commissures.
Okay. Do you know about the study that was done with rats, and then also there's studies done on pre-modern societal, let's say like tribal, and the rate of homosexuality within these communities is so much lower. Do you have anything about that?
Yeah, no, of course. Like we're going to see like lower rates of homosexuality in the forms of like homosexual intercourse or you know, or in the form of just like self-reporting that you're gay, because like when we observe like, you know, societal prejudice or just prejudice as a whole against homosexuals, and homosexuality is something that you can like quite literally hide by lying about it, less people are going to engage in that action or self-report as gay as for like self-protectance, right? Protecting themselves from the prejudice or from potentially being unalived, which we did see a lot within, you know, like pre-civilization tribal communities, right? And we still see it today. A good analogy for this is just going to be like Germany in the 1930s through 40s, right? So like when Hitler's regime came in and said, oh, we're going to unalive all Jewish people, well, the rates of Jewish people fell a lot. Did it actually fall? No. But did the amount of people self-reporting as Jewish fall? Absolutely. Thank you for that forever, Rose. I really appreciate it.
So basically, before there was civilization and more acceptance, everyone was just in the closet.
I mean, like we could date this back. It tracks and it follows. Like, right, we see lower rates of like homosexuality, like in quotations, in like Saudi Arabia. But in Saudi Arabia, like gay people are quite literally lynched. So, I mean, this is going to hold to be the case, right? And this is just going to be like justified by the science that says it's not a choice and it's caused by physicalities of the brain and the anatomy. So, like, unironically, the answer is yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, have a good one, man. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest. I'm back from the pee break. Jin, thank you so much for that, Rose. I really appreciate it. Everybody keep liking. We're so close to 500,000 likes, y'all. Everyone tappity tip away on that phone screen. Also, share the live with a couple of friends. We're at 500 shares right now. Let's hop up to 1,000. And also, I really appreciate all the donations from you guys. Amanda, thank you so much for the third Venmo of the night. Amanda W. I really appreciate all the Venmo donations, because you guys are like making me 3 times more money than I'd make over the TikTok gift. So I appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Let's go ahead and talk to Pac. Yo, thank you so much for the hand hearts. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
All right, our next guest is loading in. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
What's up, Dean? How's it going?
It's going all right.
Do I think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? No,
okay.
I don't. But hold on, I do have a caveat though. I will say that, you know, that why is being gay wrong? It's not wrong to be gay, but what's going on with the gay community right now is a serious problem with accountability and understanding wrong and bad actors in that community and standing up and, you know, pushing them out. Basically, the woke, obnoxious minority is in control of the gay community, dragging down LGBT progress, acting like degenerates in front of everybody, and gay acceptance is down overall.
Okay, man. Unfortunately, I'm not a therapist. I'm a debater talking about the morality of being gay. I'd recommend venting your frustrations on Twitter or something along the lines of that.
Why don't we pick another topic?
Well, you could come back another day when I have a different topic.
All right, run away.
Well, I'm not running away. I'm just sticking to the topic. I appreciate you for coming up. Okay, I'm gonna go and move on to the next guest. It's funny. A lot of people do that. Like they come up here and they're like, it's not wrong to be gay, but the community, like the community is this, that, and the other. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're just talking about the morality of same-sex attraction here, homie. I do know that guy. He has funny lives. I can't tell if he supports or does not support homosexuality though. Thank you for the finger hearts. Our next guest is loading up in here. Yeah, I'm very conflicted on that guy. I can never tell what his thoughts are. We're gonna go ahead and talk to Danny Drip here, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and talk to Danny Drip. Also, 500,000 likes, everybody. Also, everyone, share the live, y'all. Appreciate that, Harmy. What's up, Danny? Do you think it is wrong or immoral to be gay?
I just want to say I think you're awesome, bro. You're a great debater. I'll get out of here, but I think you're awesome. Keep it up.
Thank you so much,
You're
Danny. I appreciate that, man.
brother. Yes, sir. Have a great night.
Hey, man, you too. I really appreciate that. Yo, Danny W in the comment section right now. Danny W in the comment section right fucking now. Let's go ahead and talk to our next guest of the night, Danny W. Third Danny W of the night, y'all. Third Danny W of the night. Our next guest is loading up in here. And Maggie, thank you so much for the Venmo. I think that's a different Maggie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? I don't think they loaded in. I don't think they loaded in chat. Let's go ahead and get Sam up here. I love getting the guys up that have pictures of them flexing their biceps in their profile picture. They're usually mad. Oh, he didn't load in. That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate here, chat. Let's go ahead and get Real Delulu up in here. Thank you for that golden trumpet. Everyone, Tibbity tap away in that phone screen.
Okay.
600,000 likes. What's up, man? How old are you?
Hi.
How old are you?
But
How old are you? Yeah, it's minor. It's a minor. It's a minor. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and see what Cheese thinks. I want to talk to Cheese. Oh, I clicked on the wrong person. That's all right. Our next guest of the night is loading in here, chat. We just got to give them a minute. Unfortunately, that they're not connecting. Sometimes we have guests that don't connect. Thank you so much for the lightning. Let's go ahead and talk to Cheese. How old am I? I'm 19. Good question. What's up, man? Do you think it is wrong or immoral to be gay?
I think it's wrong just because Jesus wasn't gay, and I think that putting another man's dick in your mouth is immoral and wrong.
Because Jesus wasn't gay?
Yeah.
All right. Was Jesus... Kai, thank you so much for the $5. Was Jesus white?
Yeah, of course he was white. He's white in the Bible.
Was Jesus black?
What the hell are you saying that for?
Answer the question.
No, goddamn, no, he wasn't black.
Is it therefore wrong to be black because Jesus wasn't black in the same way that you're saying it's
See, now
wrong
you're
to be
trying
gay
to use
because
that
Jesus wasn't gay?
liberal logic. That goddamn liberal logic. I'm just fucking with you, dude.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man.
Have a good day.
That was good. That was good. We're gonna go and get Kev up here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good. What's up, Kev? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Unfortunately, Kev's not here. All right, we're moving on. That was good. I like that accent. That was a good one. He said, the Bible. It says so in the Bible. Y'all know that? What up, Ethan? Does it say it's wrong to be gay in the Bible? Oh, shit, guys, I scared Ethan away. My fault. I didn't mean to scare Ethan away. That's on me. That's my bad. What's up, Angelina? All right, y'all. Next guest is loading in here. What's up, Jack? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Okay, shit. I guess everyone... And no one wants to talk to me tonight. Oh, guys, no one wants to talk to me. I'm so sad. I'm so lonely, guys. I'm so lonely. Someone come and talk to me. Thank you for the lightning. Thank you for the rose. Scaring people away. What's up, William? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
No, it's definitely not.
Okay, unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming out, brother. I think I tried to let Kibble in earlier. I don't remember if I did or not. Not the southern accent. Maybe I should start talking in a southern accent. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? I did totally let you up earlier. Thank you for the hand hearts. All right, let's go to talk to Big Poppy. Yo, Big Poppy's loading in, yo. What's up, Big Poppy? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I think it is wrong. And
how old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay. Why do you
I'm
think
just
it's
a girl.
wrong?
I changed my profile picture because I've been trying to get in for like a while, and you said men, so I was like, okay, I'll change it.
Or let men and women in.
Your question was, is being gay wrong? It wasn't, is it immoral? So I'm going to answer what you asked. because
So when I say wrong, I mean morally wrong, right?
So I think it's wrong because you actually you can't reproduce if you're not and I know your chart and I have an argument for that right away. You're using an illness you're relating an illness to sexual orientation, and I just don't understand. I don't get that. If you want to explain it to me where I'll understand, then that could help, but that's where I don't get what
Because being gay is a naturally occurring condition of the human experience. That's not a choice that yields no reproduction.
Yeah,
Just
that's
as
I agree with
infertility
that.
is a naturally occurring condition of the human experience that yields no reproduction.
Yeah, I understand that.
And
That's
also
what I'm
being
saying.
infertile is
Being
not an
gay is
illness.
it's not an
And
illness,
also
but
just keep in mind that infertility is not an illness, right?
But it is. It's like a sickness, it's a disease, it's something you can't.
So like a sickness or a disease. Tom, thank you so much for the $10. Would imply it being like you could transmit it? No, it's not an illness, it's not a sickness, it's not a disease. You can't transmit infertility.
Okay, so then what is it?
It's just a naturally occurring condition of the human experience.
Men can get it too?
Yeah.
So they can't reproduce either.
Right.
But that's again you're relating it infertility in my eyes for women. I'm not saying for men. I'm saying for women. It's the same with how two girls couldn't, at least what I know, I don't think two girls could reproduce a child. If I'm wrong, tell me, but I don't think they could.
Can a man and a woman that are both infertile produce a child? No. Would it be immoral for me to marry and right? Would it be immoral or wrong for me to marry and engage in intercourse with an infertile woman?
No.
Right, so I'm choosing to engage in this form of intercourse that will yield no reproduction when I kind of chose to engage in intercourse that would, and you don't deem this as wrong, but then you deem a gay man choosing to engage in intercourse that will yield no reproduction as wrong, even though he doesn't have the choice to engage in intercourse that would. So this is going to be logically contradictory as hell.
Yes, but again, your argument doesn't make sense. You're literally
no, because you're stuck on the literal shit, dude. Listen, we could take any word in an English dictionary and apply it as a prescript to infertility. It doesn't matter because A, you can't control it. B, it's natural, and C, it yields no reproduction. These are the three morally relevant facts, yes sir, AJ, of infertility that are analogous to that of being gay, right? So it's like the Socratic method, right? So I don't understand, maybe you just don't know what logical analogy is, but that's all it is. It's a logical analogy, man. And if you don't understand it, then pick up a fucking philosophy textbook, research Socrates and the Socratic method, and learn about moral relevance, right?
Yeah, well, I'm not.
So tell me what infertility is. So tell me what infertility is, but what being gay isn't. You said it's an illness.
Yeah, I don't think being gay is an illness, but I'm saying that it's wrong. In the same way that I would say. Define what?
Define illness.
Like a sickness, something that
Define sickness.
Alters the chemistry in your body. Or the whatever.
When in comparison to what? Right. So if this is your definition of an illness or sickness, then quite literally you are also going to define being gay as an illness or sickness, because gay people have just listen, right? So just listen, right? So gay people possess different neurobiology, larger interior commissures or different traits of the AI NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus, or just different associations in their genome that would alter their perception of the world into a sense where they have same-sex attraction, right? But all this is it's just going to be a variation of the human experience, right? It's altered from the standard of being straight, but the standard isn't straight, so all it is different. Appreciate you for that, corgi, right? In the same way that you're saying an infertile person is being altered from the standard of being fertile, but the standard isn't being fertile because a standard doesn't exist, therefore it's just different. Right? So my point is even by your own definition of what a sickness or an illness would be, being gay would also fall under this category.
I'm sorry, you're just putting way too many points in one. When you're having a debate, you need to let the other person talk, and I just...
Right, so my point is that your definition of a sickness or illness would also apply to being gay.
No, but it doesn't. I'm saying...
No, unironically it does. Do you want me to show you the science? No, chill.
Can I just say something first?
No, because you're saying what you're saying when you say no.
Let me speak, so why won't you just let me say one thing?
Because you just said no, right? You said An
Because I have
illness
something
is something.
to say.
No. Hold up. Just I need to get this out. You said an illness is something that like changes or alters your brain chemistry or something along those lines. So
I was
yes, being
just
gay
saying.
changes or alters like your chemistry when in comparison
But
to a
that's
straight
not
person.
my argument to why it's wrong. I'm just saying that your argument on relating the two is wrong. The reason why I believe that being gay is wrong is I'm not saying that it's a sin. I'm not saying that it's something that is immoral. I'm saying it's like if you were on a car, okay? And you're going on a street, you're trying to get to a city and you're driving onto the country and there's a sign that says wrong way. And there's a detour where if you go down the other street and you don't have a map or anything and it's just based on actual facts, you can take that road. It'll take you longer to get there, but it is the wrong way. It's okay. You'll eventually get there, but it's the wrong way. So I think that being gay is wrong, but I don't think that it's bad. I don't think those people are horrible, but your question is being gay wrong? I think it is.
So first of all, the analogy that you drew would imply a choice, and the analogy that you drew would imply a right way. So
No,
second of all,
you could miss the
no,
sign.
wait, no, dude, wait, hold up. Are you kidding me? No, you just said two signs. One is the right way and the wrong way, and they chose to go the wrong way, right? So like they didn't choose to be gay, and there is no right or wrong way when we're talking about like sexual attractions. And your reason as to why it's wrong is because they can't have offspring. Yet you did not classify being infertile as wrong. I asked you for the logical symmetry break. You said that infertility is an illness. I asked you to define illness. Then the definition that you gave for illness would also apply to being gay. Therefore, there exists no logical
But
symmetry breaker.
how are those the same thing? You're just saying, boom, they're
Wait,
the
no,
same.
define illness again.
A sickness, but I'm saying that you're
Okay,
just,
then
I'm
define
not
it.
relating it to illness. I'm not relating gay to illness. I'm not saying that gay is bad.
No,
I
you're
get it.
relating infertility to illness, and this is why we cannot draw
Yes,
this like
because it's a
comparison between the two.
sickness.
So
It
define
is a
sickness.
sickness.
So define sickness.
It's something in your body that like has completely changed. Every woman who is infertile, they still were born with the
Completely
parts.
changed.
You still have the anatomy
Oh,
of a
no,
woman.
no, that's just a lie.
You
That's
still
just a
have
lie,
the
right? So
anatomy of a
some people
woman.
can
You're
be
still
born
gonna have
infertile. Thank you for the
breasts.
hand arts.
Yeah,
Right,
how is that a lie?
right. No, so
So what's the
like just
scientific?
listen, just calm down, calm down, right?
I am
So you said
calm.
a sickness can be defined. Calm down. You said that a
Oh.
sickness can be defined as something that has changed from the contrary or what is typical that of one's nature, right? And this definition would also apply to being gay, right? So the size of their interior commissures and associations on their genomes have changed to what is to what is contrary of what is typical of their nature, right? So this definition is going to apply to both of them, and this is why we shouldn't call either like an illness.
Yeah, I'm saying gay is not an illness, but I'm saying infertility is. Like if
Homie, but your
if I
definition
was
of
to
illness applies. No, stop talking. Your definition of
Oh.
illness applies to being gay.
You're saying that gay is an illness, so you're saying that's what you're saying? A gay, like, because that's not what I'm saying. But
I'm saying that being gay is the definition of what you gave for what an illness is.
how? I'm not, but that's not what I'm saying.
I
All
already
I'm
explained. No, you just asked me how. Because you defined an illness as something that would be like a change in contrary to what is typical of your nature. Being gay is a change in what is contrary or what is typical of your nature. It's your own definition, and it would be
understand what
applicable to
you're
homosexuality.
saying. Okay, personally, stop me exactly, say stop when I get to the point where I'm saying what you're saying. What you're saying, I'm saying. I'm sorry, I'm saying that a lot. So infertility, you're sick, you have something that has changed in your body. It's like it's a sickness. You can be born with it. Same with how you can be born with.
Define sickness. Once again, define it one last time, then I'm honestly going to kick you and move on to the next guest. So define sickness.
You want me to just define sickness? It's a problem in your body. Something has
Define
been
problem.
altered in your body.
Something has been
Something
altered
in
in
your
your body.
body has been altered.
Yeah, so something in the body of gay people have been altered. The size of their interior
No, because
commissures.
I don't relate the two. You do.
Wait, no, no. Something in their body has been altered from what is typically expected. This study proves it. This study proves it. This study proves it.
Okay, so tell me the study. You're just showing me pictures. I don't understand. You're just.
Genome Web Association study male sexual orientation. It's going to be one of them. The second one
Okay,
is
but
going to
what
be
does
like
it
a genetic study
explain?
of male sexual orientation. It explains that like gay men have altered genomes and altered sizes of interior commissures when in comparison to straight individuals.
In their reproductive system or their brain?
Yeah, in their brain and their genome.
So that's still not the same thing.
No, there's something altered about them when in comparison to what's typical.
Boy, it's not the same thing.
Okay, man, I'm gonna just move on to the next
I'm
guest.
not
I'd recommend maybe
American
getting a
either.
college degree. I'd recommend just getting a college degree, man. I mean, shit. Yeah, you guys, I mean, I could only explain it so many times. Let's go to get our next guest up in here. like, that is the same thing. That is the same exact thing. What's
Hello?
up, man? Do you think it is wrong or immoral to be gay, and how old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay, do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
See, I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong. You know, in the Bible,
Okay.
whatever, it's
Unfortunately,
it's part of a sin.
okay, so
You know,
yeah,
it's
name
part
the
of a
verse in
sin.
the Bible
Yeah.
that condemns homosexuality.
No, I'm not saying that. I am gay too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like apparently in the Bible it says something about like it being gay or whatever. But I think that if it's part of a sin, it's whatever because everybody sins. It's just like one of those other things.
Okay.
Like I don't think it's
Well,
wrong.
unfortunately,
I
being
don't think
gay
it should
is
be shunned.
innocent, and the Bible doesn't
Right,
define
right.
it as
So
such.
if it's
But
not right,
I think you agree with me. I appreciate you for coming up. Unfortunately, I'm gonna move on to the next guest. I'm just looking for debates, man. But I do appreciate you for coming up. I think that we got off to a bad start because you said it might be a sin in the Bible. But you're all good, man. I appreciate you for coming up. Let's go ahead and see what Anthony has to say here, chat. Let's go ahead and see what Anthony has to say. By the way, guys, share the live to a couple of friends. Let's get this live booming again. Everyone, tap away in that phone screen. Spam W's in the comments. Let's get this live fucking booming again. Things have been slowing down since the P break. I think the P break did it in for me, man. I think the P break did it in for me. We're gonna go in and get Zachary up here, y'all. Seriously though, tippity tap away on that phone screen if you're enjoying the live, and share the live with a couple of friends. We're trying to get a guest up here. Unfortunately, Zachary's not loading up here, so we're gonna go and move on to the next here. Let's go ahead and get. Oh, let's see here. Let's go to get Chandler up here. I appreciate everyone for tippity tap away on that phone screen. You already fucking know. 1 million likes on the way, baby. What's up, man? Do you think it is wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yes, but
Okay, why?
I think everybody has a right to their own opinion.
Right,
If you want to be
so-
gay, I'm not gonna hate you for it. You know,
Right. So why do you think it's wrong?
I feel like there's two genders for a reason. They're meant for each other. I don't think it's meant to be both of them at the same time. Like,
Right. So why don't you think it's meant to be both of them at the same time?
because there's female parts and male parts, and they're made to create babies and reproduce.
Okay. So being gay is going to be wrong because it can't reproduce?
They're not meant for each other. Like,
How do you know that?
just-
I mean, no, like gay men are quite literally meant to be gay. So like, gay men are going to be meant for each other, and this is just proven by the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research and the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, alongside some other institutions. I was showing these studies to the last guest, so I'm just going to go ahead and breeze over them real quick with you. Here's a study done on the genome. Here's another study done on the genome, and here's a study done on the brain. What they show is that being gay is like a natural occurrence, and it's naturally caused, and it's like gay men are quite literally supposed to be gay. They were meant to be gay by the way that they're biologically designed. Anything else?
Right, I get that. I do have a question though. So you think since it's your natural thought, you can't control your natural thought to be gay. You think it's okay and that's right?
No, I think it's okay because I don't think that there's going to be any moral ramifications of same-sex attraction or opposite sex attraction in the confines of two consenting adults.
You just argued a couple people ago on how since it's your natural thought, you can't control it.
That's a
it
counter
shouldn't be
argument, right?
considered-
Because no, some people think it's wrong because they think they can control it or because it's not natural. So all like those studies do is they show it is natural and you can't control it.
I don't believe you can control who you're attracted to. I don't think
Sweet,
that's-
but like no, like and the reason that I just brought those studies up against you is because you said that they weren't meant to be that way, but they quite literally are meant to be that way.
I'm saying a man is not meant to be with a man. A woman.
Yeah, and I'm
and a
saying like
man-
they quite literally are meant to be with dude. All right, like listen to my words. The science shows us that a man is meant to be with a man because science designs them to be gay. The studies I just showed you, the institutions I listed, like institutions of medicine, science, psychology, sociology, and otherwise, like have this consensus and have the facts, the studies, the science, the sources to prove it that they were meant to be gay, right?
I mean, how your brain works, I guess you're meant to be gay, but
So why do you think a man's not supposed to be meant with? Why do you think that a man is not like meant to be with a man?
Because people are created to reproduce and keep the world going, then a gay man is not going to reproduce with his husband.
Right? Is infertility immoral?
No.
Can an infertile person reproduce and keep the world going?
I'm not talking about infertility.
Answer the question.
No.
So now we see a logical contradiction, because you're going to say that infertility is not immoral regardless of the fact that it yields the same outcome, and you said because of that outcome in the case of a gay individual, that's why it's immoral. So that's just a logical contradiction.
I just think God created a man and a woman to be together. It doesn't say anything.
Where in the Bible does it say that?
It says it somewhere in there.
Yes, you don't know where in the Bible that says that, so you don't know that. Can you?
You
prove to
can
me that God
easily look
exists?
it up.
I already have. No, it does. VT, thank you so much for the galaxy. I really appreciate that, man. WVT. So no, there's not a verse in the Bible that specifically states that man is meant for woman and woman is meant for man, and marriage is only between a man and a woman. So yeah. So no, the Bible doesn't say that.
I'm not saying specifically meant for them, but it doesn't say anything
Specifically
about
meant for them. Exactly. Specifically meant for them, right? So
it doesn't say anything about a man and a man being together. Or
it also doesn't say anything about TikTok or computers or TikTok and computers immoral because
it
they're not
wasn't
referenced in the
created.
Bible.
Men and women were created back then.
Right? No, yeah, but no. Oh, wait. God's all-knowing, so He would know that they would be created, right? So, like, what I'm getting at here is that if something isn't specifically mentioned in the Bible, that doesn't necessarily deem it as immoral. There's plenty of things that aren't specifically mentioned in the Bible, such as the two examples that I just gave, is TikTok or computers, right? So, like, and they aren't stated in the Bible. Does that mean that they're immoral in the same way that you're saying homosexuality isn't stated in the Bible? So that would be immoral? Like, do you see the contradiction on this point?
Anything that's in the Bible was created back then. He's not going to tell the future in the Bible. That doesn't really make sense.
God's all-knowing, so He would know that they would be created, and if they were immoral, He would tell us. Like, what I'm getting at here is if something is not specifically stated in the Bible, that doesn't, like, rule it out as being immoral. And there's plenty of examples of this. In the same sense that, can you even, like, prove to me that the Christian God even exists, or name one verse in the Christian Bible that specifically...
There's literally blood tests done of 23 chromosomes that were still alive, and a normal human has 46.
Right, so you already got it wrong. There was no blood test done, and the scientist Ron Wyatt just said this, and there's 24 chromosomes of a woman and 1 chromosome of a male. They weren't alive, and this was shown to be a miracle, not because it was still alive, but because of, like, the chromosomal differences. A, blood doesn't last that long. B, he never showed the blood tests. And C, this was not, like, third-party verified. And D, the only reason that we have to believe him is because of what he said.
Right, I get that.
All right, so anything else?
No, it's good. Have a good one.
You as well, man. You as well, man. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest here, guys. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest. By the way, our stream tonight is going to be a little bit of a shorter one, and we are going to be doing a new topic tomorrow, y'all. We're going to be doing a new topic. We're going to try to be wrapping in some new topics here. But let's go ahead and get our next guest of the night up here. Let's go ahead and talk to Wyatt, chat. Let's go ahead and talk to Wyatt. Let's go ahead and see what Wyatt has to say. Oh, Wyatt went ahead and logged out. All right. By the way, if we're enjoying the debates, make sure we're tapping away on that phone screen and sharing the live with a couple friends. We might need to hit like a reset or something here shortly. The live isn't performing the best right now, but that's all right. Hopefully it'll pick up. If it doesn't, we'll just hit a reset. Thank you so much for that, Rose Harrison. I appreciate that. Our next guest is loading in here. And Jake did not connect, so we're gonna thank you so much for the heart. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and see what Garen has to say. Next guest is loading in. Thank you for those sources. What's up, man? How old are you?
Hello?
Charles, thank you for the $10.
Can you hear me?
Thank you so much. I sure can. How old are you?
I hate gay people. That's not a good thing to be.
Okay, why?
Because you're gay. Why would you be gay?
Yeah, why is being gay wrong?
Because you're gay.
Yeah, so that's circular. Put your big boy pants on. Think smart.
Can I turn my camera on real quick?
No, I want to know why it's wrong to be gay.
Yeah, I'll turn my camera on, though.
No.
Can you answer my question?
What? You didn't ask a question.
Yeah, I'll turn my camera on.
I said no.
Oh.
Why is it wrong to be gay?
Because why would you want to be gay?
Yeah, because of an increased size of the anterior commissure, thicker, thinner dendrites, and the AI-NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus, like different neuronic substructures when in comparison to straight people, different levels of neurohormones such as FSH, like more neurons within the hypothalamus, or like a higher variation of neurons in the left putamen, or like associations with the XQ23 chromosome in the genome.
Yapping and let me talk.
No, I just answered your question. How old are you?
10 and a half.
Yeah, Gannon, go back to school.
Wait, one second. Where are you kicking me?
No. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest here, guys. We may hit a restart. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna go ahead and give it like another 20 minutes, see if things pick up. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and let the next guest up here chat. Everyone, tap away on that phone screen, spam the comment section, and share the live with a couple friends you already know. What's up, Zach? Do you think it is wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yes.
Okay, why?
I don't know. I just with all the recent stuff, I don't exactly agree with being gay or that sort of stuff. Why? It's being a lot of forced on kids, and I don't agree with that.
Yeah, so it's not being forced on kids. It's being like kids are being educated on this. Do you think that kids should
Well,
be educated on heterosexuality?
I mean, I guess yes, but
So,
not
right.
exactly
So
the
you think
form
that
they
kids
have
should be
it.
educated on heterosexuality, but not homosexuality. So you're okay with forcing heterosexuality on kids, but not okay with forcing homosexuality on kids. So this is going to be like a result of your prejudice against gay people, not the cause of the prejudice against gay people, because you do not hold it logically consistent with heterosexuality. So now, like, move on. Like, why do you hold a prejudice against gay people? Why is it wrong to be gay?
I just never exactly agree with it. I've always thought of it
Yeah,
as
I'm
a
asking you
wrong.
why, homie. Like, I'm asking you why you think it's wrong. Come on, bro.
I just, you know what? Yeah, just boot me. I honestly didn't think I'd get on here.
So you just, like, to clarify, you don't have any reason to hold a prejudice against gay people?
I just don't think it's right, to be honest with you.
I mean, but I'm asking you why.
It's just the kids, man. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I bet you like kids.
I
Maybe
do
a little
not.
too much. I don't know, man. We're gonna go and move on to the next guest. Appreciate you for coming up, Zach. Let's go ahead and see what Caleb has to say here, chat. Let's go ahead and see what Caleb has to say here, chat. I appreciate you for that, Rose. What's up, Caleb? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yes.
Okay, how old are you? Hi, thank you for the galaxy. How old are you?
Not saying.
Not saying? Okay, well then you
No,
cannot
not
join
saying.
live. 19, okay, I thought you said not saying. Alright, why do you think it's wrong to be gay?
Gosh, I don't know. I guess I never really thought about it. I guess it's just like, I don't know. It just don't seem right, you know?
Why?
I don't know. Like, it's just.
So what I'm getting at is that
That's
you
a
have
good
no
question.
reason as to think why it's wrong to be gay. Why did you
I don't know,
request to
maybe I
join
am
a
just a
debate
bigot. I
live?
kind of am a bad person.
Yeah, I believe that. Okay, well, dude, I don't understand why these people are like requesting to join a debate. Oops, sorry, I went on pause. I don't understand why these individuals are like requesting to join a debate live when they like quite literally cannot debate. I don't know. Thank you for that, Rose. By the way, guys, we're going to start doing new topics. We're going to come out with a new topic tomorrow. We may talk about abortion or something similar. Thank you for that, Rose Harrison. What's up, Jesse? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Okay, I guess Jesse's not here. We're going to go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and see what G. Frito the man has to say. But yeah, we're going to be wrapping in some new topics. We may hit a stream restart here soon just because the numbers aren't doing the best. We'll go ahead.
Hello?
We might do that. We're going to go and give it another 10 minutes to see if things pick up. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Hey man, so can I just tell you something, and can I just finish my thought real quick about what I think?
Yeah.
Alright, so my whole life I've honestly thought it is wrong to be gay. And I've always thought, because of the Bible, because of this, because of that. Well, a couple weeks ago I saw you on TikTok debating about this. And every time you would debate people, you blew my mind. Because you would bring up the Bible and you would bring up verses when people would claim Christianity and they wouldn't even know the verses. You know what I'm saying? And so you would just blow my mind. You would talk about Leviticus, you would talk about this, about that. And I'm going to be honest, you changed my thinking. So I don't think it's wrong to be gay anymore. I did my homework, and you changed it. I swear to God.
My man.
I
My
just wanted
fucking
to
man.
thank you
I
for that.
want you to understand that you are the reason I do this. Unironically, you are the reason I do this.
I appreciate you.
Hell yeah. Well, man, thank you so much for coming up and sharing that. That is unironically the reason I do these lives. Thank you so much for the hand hearts. And fuck it, dude. I'm hitting you with a follow. Look,
Hey,
listen, man.
you're
Listen,
amazing.
I have so much like respect for individuals who keep an open mind about things and think about things, with intellect and intelligence, and actually, use like systems of rationale to build their beliefs and are not like challenged with dogmaticism or ingrained prejudice. And it seems like you are an individual that, perfectly would suit that category. I really appreciate you for your open-mindedness. I really appreciate you for listening, and I really hope that you have a good rest of your day.
You too. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Have a good one. Dude, what a man. Appreciate you for those lightnings. What a guy. Yo, can I just say how crazy that is? Thank you for that, love you. Dude, that's fucking nuts. Dude, that is fucking nuts. Big guest W. Humongous guest W. Thank you for that, love you. Fucking wow. Oh, Ashley, thank you so much for the $5 Venmo. You're doing good things and keep it up. Thank you so much, Ashley. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate the Venmo too. You're going to buy me a new headset tomorrow because this one's fucking broken. All right, but we're going to go on and move on to our next guest. That is such a huge W. That makes me very, very, very happy. But let's go ahead and see what Carter has to say. And oh shit, I don't think I clicked on Carter. Casey, thank you for those reses. Thank you so much for those reses. I appreciate that. I appreciate all y'all so very much. Our next guest of the night is loading in, guys, but unfortunately don't think that he's connecting, so we're going to go and move on to the next. Let's go ahead and see what Luke has to say here, chat. Yo, also, if you guys are considering donating, consider donating to the Venmo instead if you're on TikTok, because I get 100% of the proceeds over Venmo, and I get 30% of the proceeds over TikTok, so just throwing that out there. What's up, Luke? How old are you?
19, what's up?
19, sweet, man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I got a question for you.
Can you answer my question?
Which do you make a night? I just gotta know.
I'll make a bit, man. Yeah, why do you think do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
You're smart as fuck for this. I gotta give you that. Sorry if I can't cuss, but you're smart for this, man.
Smart for what?
Forget this. That's a bag right
No, I'm
there.
not smart for getting the money. That's
No,
not
no,
why I'm
no.
smart.
You're good at debate. No. You're good at debate. I'm just saying, you're. Are you straight yourself?
I am straight. Well, Luke, I appreciate you for coming up here.
I mean, I'm not saying anything. I'm not trying to say anything or accuse you, but you're smart for this, man. Have a good night.
I think he's trying to say something or accuse me. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest here. Yeah, no, I don't do this for the money. I've been doing this for 3 years. And for the first 2 years, I made about $0.01 to live. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Let's go ahead and talk to User. I appreciate everyone so much for being in here, guys. If you haven't hit the follow button yet, make sure to hit that fucking follow button, baby. You already fucking know. Parker's dodging you, the hell? I'll text him and tell him to put you on. All right, User's not connecting, so we're going to go and move on to the next guest here. Let's go ahead and see what... Who do we want to talk to? Let's go ahead and see what Hop has to say here, guys. Everyone, we're so close to 1 million likes. Everyone tap that screen to 1 million. Thank you so much for those finger hearts. Our next guest of the night's loading in here, and I really appreciate those donations from you guys. Unfortunately, we're having some issues getting individuals to connect. Hop did not connect. What about this guy? Is this guy going to connect? We're going to go ahead and see. Dude, bro, honestly, that guest that got his mind changed, it's such a fucking W. What's up, man? How old are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Sweet. Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
It's wrong.
Okay, why?
Why? I feel it's wrong because it doesn't bring any productivity. For let me use an instance of another set of animal. For example, 2 male dogs, coming together. It doesn't bring any productivity out of it.
Do you mean reproduction?
Yeah.
Is infertility immoral?
Sorry?
Is infertility immoral?
Yeah, because there will be no more lives. You're trying to reduce.
Okay, so you really think that like 19% of women between the age of 18 and 49 and 100% of women over the age of about 55 are just all going to hell because they're infertile?
No, I'm not saying.
No, that's exactly what you're saying.
No, I don't believe in hell. And
no, so like the point is that like infertility is obviously not going to be immoral. This is like naturally occurring like condition of the human experience that will allow someone to not be able to reproduce, right? And you think that's immoral? You think that those people are just wrong? They're just as wrong as a gay person?
Naturally, I feel it's wrong.
Naturally, you feel it's just immoral. It's just morally wrong. They shouldn't be that way, and like we should put them in prison.
Exactly. That's how I feel. That's
So
what
we
I
should
think.
we should just like. So you seriously think it's wrong with like if your grandparents were like to engage in the act of intercourse, that's immoral? They should be put in prison.
Like if my grandparents were actually doing this, I wouldn't be alive by now. You should know that, right?
Right. So is being gay wrong if like they have kids via IVF or surrogacy?
Yeah, it is because that I wouldn't be live, you know.
Oh
You
wait, no,
will
no.
you
So
won't
now,
be
no.
live.
Okay, so now we finally got there. We finally got there. So you just
You
said
get
that
me?
being gay would still be wrong if they had kids via IVF or surrogacy. So you're basically saying that even if a gay man reproduces, it's still immoral, right? So therefore, like
No.
reproduction is gonna have like no moral bearing on like the morality of being gay.
Yeah, yeah. You're
Right. So
going
then why
through
is it
a
wrong to
rough.
be gay?
You're going through another process. Okay. Do you think we should quit? Humans should quit reproducing and give everything to robots? Like I think Elon Musk started making an android robot. Who can
Wait,
act like a
hold up.
human.
Wait, no, engage with the no, stop. Stop. Engage
No,
with what you just said. No, stop.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what you no,
That's
stop,
what I'm
stop,
bringing.
stop, 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 stop. So here's
That's
what just
what I'm
happened.
bringing.
Here's what just happened. So I just asked you a question. If a gay man has a child, is it immoral to
Hmm.
be gay? And you said yes.
Yeah.
So then therefore the reason why you think it's wrong to be gay has nothing to do with reproductive ability, because if they did reproduce, it's still wrong. So why is it wrong?
That's a wrong process. That's a wrong process of reproduction. That's why I brought in the rubber thing because
No, no.
to
So we're
me I
just gonna
still
assume
think
that
it's
like this gay man had a child. He was like closeted and married to a woman. He had a kid, and you still think it's wrong to be gay. So why is it wrong to be gay?
morally it's wrong. We humans
Right. No.
like
But now listen. No. No. I you don't
let
restate
me
what
give
I
you let me
said.
give
Answer my
something.
question. No. 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 Because you're not answering my question. So we just went through. We have this case of a gay man that was closeted and married to a woman, had a kid, then like came out as gay. You still think it's morally wrong to be gay. So
Yeah.
obviously the reason why you think it's morally wrong to be gay has nothing to do on like on having offspring, on producing children. Because here's a case of a gay man that produced a
Yeah,
child.
it's
Right.
still it still runs around the same circles because every humans, every child we want to have either someone who be like a motherly or like a fatherly figure.
No, so that's also misinformation. So when we look at the empirics, like what we see is via like all these studies that like the well-being or like of children raised in homosexual households compared to like heterosexual households remains the exact same. So we don't like view like the well-being or like predicted like success in life or behavioral problems, psychological problems, etc. Like occurring anymore under like the under the roof of like two gay men compared to under the roof of like a man and a woman, right? And this is what the empirics say. And if you're gonna say it's wrong to be gay because they got to be raised by a man and a woman, and if they're not, like they're gonna have
So
lower quality of life or something's gonna be fucked up with them or different. Give me like one academic study that agrees with you.
what if the kids grow up to not to like the activity or feel that the activity of his dad or mom is totally wrong in his view? Like
I
what if
don't.
the
What
kid
did you just say? I don't. Say
what
that
if the
again.
kid I'm talking about the child of those two parents, you brought an instance of two parents, right? So what if the child grows up and comparing to the society is living, he or she is living, that what his or her parents, are doing looks odd and goes against it, like what should I say, like feels it's wrong. What do you
Uh,
think? Like I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I'm
well, I
talking
mean,
about the
shit.
child.
I mean, dude, I could just ask the same question to you. Like, you probably view like homosexuality as wrong because you were raised by two parents alongside other
Yeah.
things, right? So, like, this would also apply to children of like heterosexual couples, right? So it is just as likely that that a child of like heterosexual parents would view being gay as wrong, or like the child of a single dad would view like the atomic family as wrong, or the child of a single mom would view the atomic family as wrong, or like or like the child of a family that traveled would view families that don't travel as wrong, or you know what I mean? Like there's so many like variations or differences that exist within humanity, right? So like we can't like appeal to these differences and then say if a child is raised under one of these differences, they're going to view like all the other like scenarios as wrong, right? And this also definitely isn't going to make being gay wrong. So first you started off at reproduction, but then I asked you if a gay man had kids, would it still be wrong? You said yes. So then you said that child raised like by two gay parents was going to have a lower quality of life. Then I refuted that with
No,
the
no,
empirics. All the empirics agree that that is
I
not the
think you're
case.
mixing the
So now
word.
like you have no reason to find why being gay is wrong. So what is your reason? Why is being gay wrong?
That's what I just say. I think you're mixing the words. I don't think any child growing with two gay parents that I have seen, you know, that I have seen do better than a
Right,
normal
they don't do
child.
better. They do the same.
I'll probably do the same. I've not seen so. I've not seen such. I'm not saying such. I feel
Yeah, so don't appeal to your
they become
anecdotes.
society.
Don't
What should I call it?
don't appeal to your
They
anecdotes,
become
right?
they become
Give me
discriminated.
give me one academic study that agrees with you, bro. Like, dude, do you want sources? I could give you I could
They
unironically
suffer.
give you I could
They suffer
unironically give
from
you
discrimination.
dude, stop
That's
talking,
one.
stop talking, stop talking. I could unironically give you like 15 studies done on the subject right now by institutions of medicine and science, institutions that are reputable, institutions that are huge. And there's not like one academic study, there's like not one survey, there's like not one institution or body or university that has done research into this that says that children of homosexual couples perform worse than children of heterosexual couples. So when you come out here and say that I haven't seen children of like homosexual couples perform better or the same, like you're just appealing to anecdotes and you're appealing to like something that is not unbiased means of experimentation or observation. You're not appealing to anything of reputability, and you have no form of justification.
Do you
So
feel
name me
that
one academic study, or I'm going to move on to the next guest. No, name me one academic study done on the subject that shows
they
that
are
the
always
stop talking.
one?
No, name
One, they
one
grow
academic
to be
study. Stop
shamed,
talking. Stop talking. Name one.
discriminated.
Stop talking. Name one academic study done on the well-being of children raised by gay couples that shows that it is on average worse than the well-being of children raised by heterosexual couples.
Academic studies can be done by anyone as a research, right? So I can make my own research and say that's wrong.
So then show me the research.
We do research with school and stuff like that.
So show me
One,
show me
they
any
become- they
research that
become
says it's wrong.
Okay,
Unfortunately, I'm going to move on to the next guest. Unfortunately, I'm going to move on to the next guest because that's just the thing. Like, you know, as soon as like we start talking about science, as soon as we start talking about fact and logic, as soon as we start talking about actual forms of reasoning, they get absolutely fucking lost. They just say all the research is wrong, and they could do their own research that would say the different. That would say different. But the thing is that research does not exist that would say different. So we're moving on to the next guest. Unironic Yappersville, y'all. But if we're enjoying the debates today, make sure we're tippity tapping away that phone screen, y'all. We are so close to 1 million likes. Hit that follow button if you haven't already, baby. Let's get to 120,000 followers. What's up? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
No, I do not.
Okay, unfortunately, I'm only talking opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming up here, brother. Also, Wells, thank you so much for that Venmo. Thank you so much. W. Wells, thank you so much for the $20. That's going to be going for the headset tomorrow. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the Venmo. That's very kind of you. Let's go and talk to Eric. Eric is loading up here, y'all. Also, share the live with a couple of friends. We're so close to 1,000 shares. Everyone share. What's up, Eric? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Okay, unfortunately, I don't think Eric is here, so we're going to go and move on to the next guest. Oh, shit. Okay, his voice kind of came in there at the end. He just had a bad connection. My apologies, man. You were just very laggy, and I didn't hear you there. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest has to say. Let's go ahead and see what Mitch has to say here. Next guest is loading in, y'all. Everyone tap. We're so close to 800,000 likes. If you hear my voice, tap on your phone screen. Okay, Mitch isn't loading in. Thank you so much for those roses. I appreciate you. Thank you all so much for your support tonight. It's been phenomenal. Let's go ahead and see what JML has to say. What's up, Sam? Sun! Thank you so much for the $5 via Venmo. W Sun. Thank you so much. These lives are so entertaining. Thank you for doing them. Of course, Sun. All right, none of these guests are loading in, y'all. We just got to give it 5 seconds. Here. Let's go and talk to Logan. Next caller. Stay loud. Abso-fucking-lutely, baby. Our next guest is loading in right now. What's up, Logan? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I do. Yes.
Okay, why?
Well, you know, there's a book that was written on this subject not terribly long ago. And it outlines all of the proper principalities for these sorts of things.
Okay, so stop
Have you
yapping
read
and
that
tell me
book?
why it's wrong to be gay.
Stop yapping.
Yes, why is it wrong to be gay?
Oh, my goodness. Are you gay?
No, I'm straight.
Then why are you doing this? It's a little bit weird. Like, coming from a gay person, actually. IRL.
Wait, because I advocate for the societal acceptance of the LGBTQ plus community, and coming from a privileged
it just
perspective
seems a
of being
little bit like
no,
it just
one
seems
second.
a little bit
Coming
like
from a
pick me.
one second. Don't let me talk. Let me talk.
It's giving pick
Coming from a
me.
privileged coming from a privileged perspective as a white heteronormative male, like, my voice is much more likely to be, given like credence to by other like white heteronormative males who think that being gay is wrong, right? So it's just another form of influence or another form of advocacy for the acceptance of the gay community, right?
So you're
So
a
anyways, you
gay
said it's wrong to be
influencer?
gay. That's not what I said at all.
I just feel
So you
like
said it's wrong to be gay because of a book. What does the book says? What does the book say?
what does the book
And how does this
says?
book show it's wrong to be gay? Yeah, my fault, man. It's been a long day. What does the book say, and how does it show that it's wrong to be gay?
Well, the book that we're referring to here is called the Bible.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this guy's trolling. Logan, I appreciate you for coming up here. I'm pretty sure Logan's a troll. I'm like 95% sure that Logan's a troll. Let's go and get our next guest up in here. Yeah, definitely troll. What's up, Eric? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Hey, so I don't think that it's wrong, but I do think that it's unnatural, and I would like your kind of view on everything, because the debate that you have been putting out is
Sure, define
actually
unnatural.
so. When you speak about neurologically differences,
Homie, can you
right?
answer the question? Thank you for the hand hearts. Don't just ignore me and keep yapping. Define unnatural.
Something that is not in the natural systemic order.
Yeah, define natural systemic order.
Just the every day-to-day society life, such as the reproduction system and creating new life and whatnot.
Day-to-day society life. Do we see cars in day-to-day society life?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are cars natural?
They became a natural part of the society.
Son, thank you for the $5, right? So no, cars are not natural, right? So the definition of natural is going to be existing in or caused by nature, right? And being gay is going to be both existing in and caused by nature, right? So we observe homosexuality in over 3,000 animal species, so there's the existing in nature part. Now what about the caused by nature part? Well, we've already went over what causes one to be gay, then, such as the research done by the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research or the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at, other institutions such as like, the University of Massachusetts, Pittsburgh, or UCLA. And they all show that like what causes someone to be gay is going to be like variants in like their genome or their neurobiology, such as like the size of the anterior commissure, traits of the hypothalamus, or associations of the XQ23 chromosome, right? And these are going to be like naturally occurring and naturally developed like in utero starting about 8 weeks gestation with the activation or inactivation of the SRY gene.
Right, and I understand that, but there's also, you have that same argument with autism, but autism is considered a disorder. Why
Thank you for
wouldn't
that
it?
mustache. So yeah, we could use the same argument for autism. Autism is natural.
Right, but it is considered a disorder, so why wouldn't gay be considered a disorder? Is
Right. So
what I'm trying to
autism is
get.
considered a disorder by the WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ES, the WPATH, the BPS, the RCP, the CP, the APS, the ESSM, the AAP, the AFP, the ACN, the APHA. However, being gay is not considered a disorder by the WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ES, the WPATH, the BPS, the RCP, the CP, the APS, the ESSM, the AAP, the AFP, the ACN, the APHA. So.
But on what grounds? Because both have something to do with neurological dysfunction
Thank you for that,
or
Galaxy. Thank you so much. So there's our first step. No, it's not dysfunction. It's going to be different function. You're calling it dysfunction because you are like saying that the objective standard is going to be straight people. Well, I hate to rain down on your worldview, but the objective, but the objective standard is not straight people, right? So it's just like the operation of the brain in a different way. And the reason that autism is considered a disorder and being gay is not considered a disorder is because autism drastically affects like the intrinsic like quality of life of an individual, and being gay does not affect the intrinsic quality of life to any regard.
okay. I was just, because from a normal society back in the days, which is a debate that you have brought up, was that the number of gay people is not on the rise. The number of the homosexuals is not on the rise. It's just the society acceptance of it,
Right.
and the people announcing themselves as being homosexual is on the rise. So back in the day, the normalities of society was a straight couple. So
Yeah, just like back in the day, the normalities of society was that, like at least in our country, was that the white man dominated all, and that the black man was at the subservience of the white man. Appealing to tradition or appealing to what was normal does not offer any justification for what the tradition was or what was normal. We're gonna see a lot of like fucked up traditions and a lot of like misconstructions of what is right and wrong in our history, and you can't like appeal to those misconstructions of what is right and wrong to justify those misconstructions. It's just circular. And it's
absolutely,
incredibly illogical. It's incredibly illogical.
absolutely, and I definitely understand where you're coming from on that standpoint. But back to the autism standpoint is if, let's say, as of right now, the majority of the population does not suffer from autism, but
Right.
more and more are suffering from the autism disorder. So let's say 100 or 200 years down the road, 90% of people suffer from autism. So that would make it the
Wait.
society
No.
normality.
Yo, CJ, thank you so much for the shooting stars. WCJ, thank you so much. So no, we do not see a rise in the amount of people that have autism. Like we see a rise in like the percentage of people that are autistic as we gain the more nuanced understanding of what autism is, what causes it, and how to test for it, right? Alongside more
Correct.
individuals getting tested for it. So no, like again, this is just the same fucking thing. There exists like no more autistic people today when in comparison to the percentage of autistic people to the overall population as there did 100 years ago. We just know how to test for it. We better understand what it is, and more people are getting tested for it. It's the same exact thing as like homosexuality, and it's the same exact thing as any other form of, you know, like non-physically apparent condition of the human experience.
Absolutely. And I
What's your argument? Why is being gay
100%.
wrong? Why is being gay wrong?
So I don't think that it's wrong. I just think that it's unnatural because I think it should be considered a disorder such as
Right.
autism because it all has something to do with the neurological I forget what word you used and I don't
Right,
want
so
to
you don't
keep
even know the
using
words. You don't
it.
even fucking know the words. Like you don't know what causes. Like here's the thing. First of, on one hand, autism is going to be natural, right? Autism is a natural disorder. But then here's the thing. So the second, you don't know the fucking words. You don't know the scientific terms. You don't know the medical terminology. You don't know what causes someone to be gay. In fact, can you name off to me like one causation of homosexuality that exists within like our brains? Can you name it to me?
No, actually what had
You
happened
can't.
was
You can't. No, 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 no. You can't
I
name it. And
grew
here's the
this
thing. No, no,
debate
Eric.
off of
Eric.
what you were stating
Eric, are you a
because
doctor?
you're the one that
What's your career?
actually
What's your career?
I'm not a doctor, but
Do you
what
have a college degree?
I do not. But what I'm
Do you have a high
stating
school
is
diploma?
that yes, I
What
do.
do you do for
But
work?
I drive for Uber.
Okay, you're an Uber driver. So why
Correct.
should the fact that an Uber driver without a college diploma would be more justified in thinking that being gay is a disorder when the World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society for Sexual Medicine, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Academy of Family Physicians, the American Counseling Association, the American Public Health Association, the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts, and the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA all do not deem it as a mental disorder or an illness. In fact, there's not one institution. Thank you so much for that, Jim Gunn. There's not one institution, medicine, science, psychology, sociology, or neurobiology, or there's not one, nor is there not one medical health professional that deems it as a mental illness. No one fucking deems it as a mental illness except for individuals who have no education in the respective fields. If you
There's
were
a
to have
difference
a college
between
diploma,
illness and disorder.
like here's what I'm getting at. If you were to be a medical professional, if you were to have a college degree in medicine, if you were to go to medical school, if you were to work for one of these institutions, if you were just to sit down and actually read the studies done on what does cause homosexuality in comparison to heterosexuality, you would know that it's not a disorder. But the funny thing is that the only people who do call it a disorder are people that don't know jack shit about it, such as you, who is in a respective career path that has nothing to do with any form of medicine, or such as you that have not, put in the time to do any type of nuanced like research research or to better understand what causes homosexuality. And this is me referring back to the part when you couldn't name a part of the brain that would cause homosexuality. And it's like, this is my big problem. You know, like you don't know as much as the medical professionals, and you haven't read what the medical professionals have said. So why are you right in calling it a disorder in comparison to them not calling it a disorder?
So I had, like I had said, all of this was grown out of your arguments that you had placed, and you had stated that everything was changed. I actually didn't have any of the research. You're absolutely right. Didn't do any of the
Right.
research. I've been listening to your lives for a couple of days now, and you just kept bringing up the neurological side of things, which I am very familiar with the autism side of things. So I also know that is as well as a neurological disorder for autism. So I just was comparing the two, and I didn't exactly see that many differences. And I just wanted to get some clarification on exactly why it isn't considered a disorder. And it's, I mean, I'm not stating that, just like I'm not stating that there's anything wrong with it, just like there's nothing wrong with autism. It's considered a disorder, but I also don't think that it is
Okay, homie. Here's the thing, Eric.
the
Do the
normal.
research. Do the research before you make a claim. And right. Do the research before you make a claim. You should probably agree with, like, you know, the people that actually study these things. But I would highly recommend actually looking at their studies, right? But like, here's the thing. Listen. Do the research before you make a claim. You didn't do your research, so you shouldn't make the claim. That's illogical, that's irrational, and that's like willfully ignorant of you, right? And then on another point, even if we did accept that being gay is going to be a neurological disorder in the same sense that autism was, this wouldn't justify your first claim that it's unnatural, because autism is natural.
How is autism natural? It's a
Because
natural
it's
cause. It's a
naturally.
natural disorder.
There you go. You just said it yourself. Sweet.
Absolutely.
There you go.
But
You just absolutely said it. It's natural. There you go. Natural cause and natural disorder. You just agreed and conceded to me.
right, absolutely. It is a natural disorder. It is a disorder that is caused naturally, but it
Right.
is
There we go.
not
There you go. So there we go. It's natural.
natural
You just said
for
natural.
it
Wait,
to occur
it can't be natural and
because
unnatural.
it is
No,
still
no,
considered
bro,
a
Eric,
disorder.
Eric. You just said it's natural. It's a natural cause that doesn't naturally occur. Do you understand how like redundant that statement was? Oh, and he left. Eric left. Okay. We're going to go and move on to the next guest. But that was a crazy statement. It's a natural cause that doesn't naturally occur. So that's going to be a pretty crazy, you know. Oh man. Thank you so much for that confetti, Jordan. Thank you so much. We're going to go and move on to the next guest here. You know, he's a runner, he's a track star, y'all. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so very much. And Aaron, thank you so much for the $10 Venmo. I really appreciate y'all's support over Venmo today. Like, you know, since I've started, you know, like monetizing the Venmo, so much, like that's really like worked fucking wonders in my life. Because I get 100% of every dollar you send over here, and I get 30% of every dollar you send over here. So, like, I don't know, man. That's been working wonders for me, and I appreciate you all so very, very much. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Let's go ahead and see what BTV has to say. And also, guys, hit that follow button if you haven't hit it already, baby. Let's try to get up to 117,000 followers. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yes, Dan. I believe it's wrong.
Okay,
At the
why?
same time, at the same token, I don't have a problem with people who are gay.
Okay, why is it wrong to be
if,
gay?
all right, first of all, let me ask you this: what's your level of education? What's your highest level of education?
Yeah, working on a bachelor's. So why is it wrong to be gay?
Okay. Um, do you understand the concept of anatomy and physiology?
Yeah, to a certain degree, I do. So why is it wrong to be gay?
Okay. Have you heard of the word peristalsis?
No.
Okay. Peristalsis is the movement, all right, that occurs in the human body, all right, and in the rectum, it's a one-way. It is designed to be a one-way
Jane,
movement,
thank you.
all right. It's not a two-way movement. So with that being said,
Right.
it is it is unnatural. We were not designed. Our anatomy was not designed to operate in that manner.
Right. So peristalsis is just going to be like the involuntary constriction and relaxation of the muscles, right? Um,
Exactly, exactly.
so
And
yeah,
also,
yeah. So like peristalsis has nothing to do with like directional movement whatsoever, right? So like when
it
you make the
does.
claim,
It
no, no,
does.
no, no.
Like,
Listen,
no,
listen,
wait,
listen,
no.
listen. No, let's
Listen to
stop.
me.
No, 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 no. Don't interrupt me. Don't let me. Can I finish, please?
Wait, I
Can I
have the
no?
college
Can I finish?
education here. All
Can
right,
I finish? Can I
all right,
finish? Can I
all right.
finish? Thank you. Thank you, right? So peristalsis, like this involuntary constriction and relaxation of the muscles, will like cause movement of like what is in the body to occur, right? It is like in the way in which these muscles contract or relax that cause the movement of things moving throughout them. However, this does
Okay,
not necessitate that movement. And in the
okay,
same
all right.
sense that like when we're talking about like the movement of fecal matter like through the body and out the anus, this would not like
Okay.
assert that like like movement like in from like a third body object such as like a male member is going to
Uh,
be like digressing upon the function of that at all, right?
all right.
So when like you
Let me
say
ask.
you know no, I'm still not done talking, buddy. I'm still not done
Okay.
talking. So like when you
Mhm.
sit here and say that like this peristalsis is what would deem it as wrong, no, the peristalsis is just going to be the involuntary movement of that part of the body that would allow for like the exit of fecal matter. But this doesn't
Okay.
necessarily disallow for the entrance of a male member, and this is why this is going to be a bad argument.
All right. So let's go in this direction. Do you understand that that homosexuality, all right, or gay relationship could also be considered wrong because it goes against our natural. I'm trying to use the right word here, and I'm trying not to also. Let me put it this way. It goes against humanity. All right, the essence of humanity.
So you try you try to come up here. You try to come up
Yep.
here and say I have an education. I have a degree on this. I know about anatomy and physiology, and here's this thing called peristalsis, and this is what would deem it as wrong. And then I spend 5 seconds. I look up the definition of peristalsis, and you're
Uh
saying
huh.
that the counter argument that I made against you, an individual that spent 4 years learning about this, was strong enough to get you to completely dismiss that point and goal shift onto another. I'm fucking proud against that one.
Well,
I'm
no, no,
proud.
no.
I'm proud on that
I
one.
am gonna give you the
I'm
credit.
proud. I'm
No,
proud for that one. No,
no.
anyways.
Wait a
So
minute, wait
anyways,
a
so
minute.
tell me. So no,
I,
don't
I,
interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. Don't
no.
interrupt me. Right? Don't interrupt me.
Okay.
Don't interrupt me. Right? So anyways, right? So now we're on to this next point about it being like unnatural or going against the nature of humanity. So explain to me how it does
Yeah.
that.
Okay. We were made, okay, to be reproductive, to reproduce. All right. If you look at it from the family structure, a child grows in a home where there's a father and the mother. Okay, there's a nurturer and there's that emotional balance from the mom, and then there's the emotional balance from the dad. But when you have two men raising a child, it is unnatural. You understand what I'm saying? Women are
Um.
emotional beings, and the men are logical beings. You can have two
Okay.
logical beings
Okay.
raising a child.
Okay, so yeah, now we're just gonna completely like dismantle and refute this claim because of how utterly absurd it is, right? I let
No,
you
let me
talk. You're
tell you
gonna
this.
no
I
no
was
no no
once.
no no
Wait,
man
wait,
man.
wait,
You made a
wait.
statement. You made a statement. Oh, bro, he just fucking left. He just fucking left. He actually just fucking left. I didn't kick him, but anyways, I'm gonna like respond to that claim. I'm gonna respond to that claim real quick. So no, women aren't like emotional and men aren't logical, right? So like if women were so emotional, then why do we see men committing like all of these like emotionally like reactive actions, such as like vast majority of all violent crimes, right? And if women were so like emotional, then why do women possess like a higher EQ on average, which is ability to manage emotions, right? If women are so emotional, then why do we see women possessing higher EQ at the 50th percentile when in comparison with men? And then when we average out all IQs at all ends of the spectrum, there's no IQ difference between men and women. right? So like, oh, if men were so logical, then why do we see men committing like the most illogical decision makings when we look at the empirics, such as like drunk driving, gambling, or reckless driving? Man, like I don't fucking know. Oh, and the big point is, if men are more logical than women, then why do women perform better in academics and graduate from school at all levels more than men? But anyways, I guess we're gonna go on to the next guess. And for everyone spamming, I kicked him. I did not kick him. I did not kick him. But you know, if you guys want to just be dogmatic and you know, sit in your conspiracy theory, go for it. What's up, Sean? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I do not. I'm actually gay myself.
Okay, unfortunately, man, I'm only talking opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming up here. Like, I mean, if he's in the comment section, like, you know, like the fucking, I did not kick him. But you know, you guys could, you know, feel free to think whatever you want to think. Yeah, I admit when I kick. Yeah, I didn't kick homie. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yeah, bro, I think it's wrong to be gay.
Okay, why?
Because if you look at the natural way of things, like for instance, animals, like you don't see another male animal having like sex with another male animal.
Yeah, we actually do.
Not right.
We observe it in over 3,000 animal
Oh,
species.
really? Can you name them?
Yeah, like we could talk about bears, elk, antelope. Sorry. We could talk about like bears, elk, you know, lions, fucking manatees. We observe it in different reptiles, apes, orangutans, deer, penguins, dolphins. So many. There's over 3,000 animal species. I mean, do you want sources? Babonos. Do you want sources on this?
Yeah, I would like to say that.
Sweet, man. So we could just look at like, oh, okay. Let me get you sources. Sweet. So you see, like the impact of climate change on global architecture. What the fuck is this, bro? I'm so sorry. This shit's been laggy as fuck today. Let me find my sources. What the fuck? It gave me sources on like artificial intelligence, bro. It's acting up today.
I thought you knew about it and you're just typing it now.
Yeah, I'm getting new sources. I mean, like, I have them listed somewhere. I just don't feel like looking through my documents. I'm just going to get you 10 new ones.
Okay. I'm waiting.
Okay. I'm just going to look it up. I try to use ChatGPT. Homosexuality in animal kingdom.
Bro, I think you're just naming out animals without any proof at all. Now you see you're looking for it.
No, so we could just refer to like Scientific American. We could refer to like National Wildlife Federation. We could refer to like Imperial College London. We could refer to like National Geographic. We could refer to like G-Store. We could refer to DW. We could refer to like News Medical, Yale Scientific Magazine, like Lake Forest College, like Deerfield Beach High School. Like, I mean, it's just a consensus, right? So. Like, I mean, seriously, like, you could go online and spend about, like, 5 minutes looking into this, and, like, you could actually, like, go on YouTube and, like, watch videos. You could learn about this from, like, reputable institutions. It's a fact, right? Yeah, but, I mean, I usually, like, have sources just on the fucking get-go. I'll continue to look for them, but, like, you know, like, you could unironically just look it up, and then I did just give you... Oh, found them! I found my sources! Biological exuberance, animal homosexuality, and natural diversity. This is by B. Bagamill. We could look at the evolution of homosexual behavior in animals by P.L. Vastley. We could look at mammal species in the world, a taxonomic and geographic reference by D.M. Reeder and B. Wilson. We could look at the biology of homosexuality by J. Bilhelmark. We could look at evolution's rainbow, diversity, gender, and sexuality in nature and people by J. Roughgarden. We could look at like animal homosexuality, a biosocial perspective by A. Panini. We could look at homosexuality and bisexuality in different sex and the same-sex paired pigeon by A. M. Mules or E. H. Lindsay. I mean, I could name off so many sources. I'm so happy I found them. I'm fucking so happy I found my sources. W.
Okay. And then look at this. Like if you put two males in an island and Another island, there's a male, female. Which island do you think it will go extinct? Is it the one with the two males or the one with the male and the female?
Yeah, the one with the two males would go extinct. So you actually didn't address the first point. So you said it's wrong because we don't see it in animals. So we actually do see it in animals, and I just gave you a lot of citations on that. So do you like concede on that point? Thank you for the handouts.
No, it's good.
Okay, so you do concede on that point, or not. Maybe you're just dogmatic, whatever. So now let's talk about this island example. So we have two islands here, one with a man and a man, one with a man and a woman. Obviously, the island with a man and the man would go extinct. This is presupposing that the man and the woman consented and did engage in intercourse, though. But let's look at it this way. So do you think that infertility is immoral?
Sorry?
Do you think that infertility is immoral?
Well, like we wouldn't exist here if
Homie, can you
there
tell me
wasn't
that do you think that infertility is immoral? Answer the question.
No.
No, right? So, like, this is the analogy, though. Because you said that being gay is immoral because if we put, like, two men on an island, they'd go extinct. Well, what would happen if we took like, two infertile people, like an infertile man and an infertile woman, and put them on an island? Would they go extinct? W. Scott, thank you for the $10 Venmo. Get graphed, motherfucker, for real.
Yeah, of course they'll go extinct because they're both infertile. But my point is like
no, my point is the fact that you just said that being gay is wrong because it would go extinct on an island, but then you said that being infertile is not wrong regardless of the fact that they'd go extinct on an island.
yeah, but you're missing my point. See?
No, I just addressed your point perfectly.
You are messing up with the natural law of order. You know the things supposed to be.
So if we're going to talk about the way that things are supposed to be, well, then gay men are quite literally supposed to be gay, and this is, again, proven by institutions of medicine and science, such as the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research or the Center for Neurodoctoral Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts. As shown by this study, like, gay men are supposed to be gay because of associations on their genome with the XU23 chromosome, or this study that shows the exact same association on the genome, or this study that would dive into, like, the size of the anterior commissure in relation to sexual orientation. So, like, they quite literally are naturally supposed to be gay because that's how they were designed in utero starting in about 8 weeks gestation.
Anyways, bro, I have all being said, I have nothing against gay people. Like I'm a Christian.
Homie, can you address like can you address like a single point I made, bro? So you said it's wrong because we don't observe it in the animal kingdom, and then I'm like, yeah, we do, and I gave you sources on that, and then you said it's wrong because if there was two gay men on an island, that'd be wrong. But then I showed you the contradiction with infertility. Heidi, I appreciate that subscription. No, stop talking. And then you moved on to like how they're not supposed to be like that. And then I quite literally showed you science that would show that they are supposed to be like that. And it's like you just keep running. You do not respond to a single thing I say. Can you please respond to a single fucking thing I've said? I mean, it's just
bro. No hate there. You don't have to swear or anything like that. But I'm just saying, like,
respond to a single thing I said. No, respond to any one of my objections.
It's okay. All I can say is I pray for you and hope you change.
No, respond to a single one of my objections. Look, I don't care if you pray for me and hope I change, but the fact is that you're willfully ignorant and irrational in your beliefs, and I know this to be the case because you have not been able to address one single of my like counter arguments. You have not been able to address and respond or refute one of my objections. Like you just sit here, you say something, I show it to be fallacious or false, then you move on, you say something else, I show it to be fallacious or false, you move on and say something else, and I show it to be fallacious or false.
You're not saying anything. You're not showing me anything. You're not showing me anything. You're just like you're just the same as what I'm saying. You're wanting to what I'm saying.
All right, man, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest. I'm gonna pray for you. How about that? Pray to God shmees us. All right, y'all. Make sure if we are in those guest requests that we do think it is wrong to be gay, and that we do have an IQ over Kelvin room temp, y'all. We're looking for IQs over Kelvin room temp. I'd also appreciate it, if you might just have some good common sense or rationality to any degree whatsoever. Make sure you know all 7 continents. Make sure you know all 7 continents here. Hit that follow button if you haven't already. Hit that fucking shit. Let's try to hit 117,000 followers. And also, we're so close to 1 million likes. Everyone, tippity tap tap away in that phone screen. If you hear my voice right now, tippity tap tap away in that phone screen, y'all. Also, we're half of the way to our galaxy goal, y'all, so we can get the other 5. We're also on a sub wave right now. Consider dropping a subscription. Let's try to unlock those perks. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest, though. Let's go ahead and see what River Burks has to say about things. Thank you so much for those TikToks, and also good to see you, Mia. Thank you for that corn. What's up, River? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
My belief opinions, because I'm a real big Christian.
Yeah, what verse in the Christian Bible says it's wrong to be gay?
I couldn't tell you exactly what verse, but I know
fake Christian. Leviticus, Genesis, Romans, Corinthians, Timothy. Leviticus was directed towards the Israelites living 3,000 years ago. Genesis is a misconception. God destroyed the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah because of grape and assault. Romans is a misinterpretation of Greek Roman society. Corinthians and Timothy is a misinterpretation or mistranslation of the Greek text. Anything else?
I'm not a fake Christian.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nah, we're good.
All right, have a good one, man. Thank you so much for the lightnings. We're going to go to move on to the next guest here. Yo, fucking speed running through the guests today, I guess. Yeah, and I can explain those individually if someone comes up and argues them. Because I understand I just kind of breezed over them. I can explain them individually and like debate about them, but we'll just have to have someone, come up here and debate them. What's up, Caleb? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Oh, actually, so my big sister is gay, so no, I don't. I actually don't think anything's wrong with it. You know what I mean? I'm completely cool with my big sister. I'm completely cool with being gay. But I liked your point. Your point earlier talking about the DNA. Like I never really knew that was a thing. How'd you come up with that?
I'm
like
a
how'd
neurology
you
minor.
learn that? Really?
Just did research.
Oh, for real?
Just do research. But hey, Caleb, I really appreciate you for coming up here. I hope that you have a good rest of the day, man. And also, Aaron, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Yo, W Aaron in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted, man. W fucking Aaron, for real, for real. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here, y'all. Let's try to get a debate going. Guys, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure we're tippity-tap-tapping away in that phone screen. We are so close to 1 million likes. Everyone tap, tap, tap away, guys. And thank you so much for those roses. And Sophia, thank you so much for that Venmo. Your lives are amazing. Thank you so much, Sophia. I really appreciate that. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Repeat that again.
Alrighty. I think you lagged out, guys. I think you lagged out, y'all. I think you lagged out. Appreciate you for that, Rose. I think you lagged out. What's up, Ben? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Okay, apparently not. He's scared. Let's go ahead and see what Sam has to say here, chat. Yeah. Next guest is loading in. Let's just give it a minute here. Oh, they didn't load in. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest has to say here. What's up, Natty? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
No, it's not immoral to be gay because it's not. It's normal.
It is very normal. I agree with you, Natty.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being gay. A lot of people are gay. A lot of people are bi. A lot of people are whatever. Let people live.
I agree with you, Natty. Thank you for coming up.
Totally.
Have a good one. W Natties. She has a really good stream of her own. I highly recommend checking it out. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. I fucking love Natty's streams. What's up? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yep.
Why?
Because it's disgusting.
Oh, wow. So you have this interpersonal notion of like disgustingness, and this is what makes it wrong. So I think like surgery is pretty disgusting. All like the blood, guts, and gore and shit. Is surgery immoral?
No, it's all gross.
What? Yeah, 5 IQ. Okay. Alrighty, let's go to talk to Carter. You just left, by the way. Burger, thank you so much for those roses. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. What's up, Carter? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I do because I'm Christian, but I still respect it. I just don't support it.
Sweet. Name one verse in the Christian Bible that condemns homosexuality.
Well, I think that he made Adam and Eve, no Adam and Steve. So really, I want to stick with the 2 genders, you know?
Right. So being gay is still sticking with the 2 genders. Thank you so much for the hand arts. Not to
There's no
mention,
point
he
of
didn't
lying.
make Adam and Steve, but he also didn't make Adam and Eve. Orion, who's one of the most prolific Christian theologians of quite literally all time, says in his works that Genesis and like
He
Adam and Eve
did
is
make
like
Adam and
fictitious. Shh. Orion, so like says in his works that like Adam and Eve is a fictitious like parable. It's completely symbolic. It never happened. Like so did Saint Augustine in his book City of God. That's like the consensus amongst
Why do
like
you
Christian
talk so
theologians.
fast?
I don't know. Can you not keep up? I'm sorry, that's not my problem. And then also not to mention, if
No,
you do accept
you sound
Genesis and the
retarded.
story of Adam and Eve is historical recount of events, that's going to lead you down some pretty bad lines. Thank you so much for that cowboy hat. Such as the fact that the genealogy between Adam and Jesus is about 3,000 years, then from Jesus to us is 2,000 years. So this is asserting that the Earth is 5,000 years old. So if you think that God made Adam and Eve, you must also think that the Earth is 5,000 years old.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Right. So then this is where like the science is just going to disprove you, such as carbon dating done on like artifacts that are over 5,000 years old, or just sedimentary rock layering that quite literally shows and proves that the Earth is older than 5,000 years old, about like 2 billion years old.
Well, that's what I was saying. I thought you meant like younger than that, or like not as old.
What?
Like I thought when you were saying 5,000, you meant what is bro? Yeah, I thought you meant like I thought you meant like it's only like a few thousand years old, and I was like, no.
Right. But the Bible, like Genesis, says it's a few thousand years old.
Yeah, I know.
Right. So that's why you don't accept Adam and Eve as historical recount of events, because it's not historical recount of events. Aaron, thank you so much for the 3 gifted. I appreciate you. W.
So
Aaron.
you're not believing Adam and Eve is real?
You don't either if you think the world is older than 5,000 years old.
No, I'm just saying I stick to the Bible, and
No, you don't. You just said that the Earth is over 5,000 years old. You don't stick to the Bible.
Oh my God.
How old are you?
14.
Makes sense. Have a good one, Carter. Alrighty. Who's our next guest of the night? Let's go ahead and see who our next guest is. By the way, guys, we're going to be going into sub-only chat here soon. If you want to drop a subscription, feel free. Let's go and talk to 5 days left. Also, Mo, thank you so much for the $5 Venmo. I really appreciate you, Mo. Yeah, the Venmo is kind of like a YouTube super chat type of deal. So like if you want a message to be read by myself, I'd recommend just hitting the Venmo because I get the notification. It pops up on the top of my screen. So yeah, that's like a good way to get a message across. But let's go and get our next guest up in here, y'all. We did try to get one other one up, but they didn't load up. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna explain why. Because hold on.
You got
Because,
wins.
hold on.
No, homie.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. Hold on. Yo. Yeah, hold up. All right, now, so what I was saying is, yeah, I do believe it's wrong to be gay, and I'm gonna explain why. Because you keep stating stuff that man wrote. Correct? Yes, the Bible was written by man, but it was inspired by God. Correct? Yes or no?
No.
Yes. No. Because you're the first one to keep judging all the Christians that keep saying they're Christians, right? But yet you're literally stating
you for being a Christian. I'm judging you for being irrational.
You're judging me for being irrational, but yet none of these Christians that have been in here have disrespected you one time yet.
Right.
Have
I
they?
haven't disrespected a Christian either.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have, because you're sitting. No, you shh. You're over here sitting here telling these people.
I'm gonna ask you to calm down, you emotional man, and tell me which verse in the Bible condemns homosexuality. All right. Obviously, you think it's wrong because the Bible says so. Thank you so much for those hand hearts. So tell me which verse in the Bible says so. Go ahead and unmute.
You actually stated the verses in the Bible, correct?
Well, I'm asking you to say them. Which verse condemns homosexuality?
You just said them. Why do I gotta say them when you just said them?
W. Dean, appreciate you. Yeah, because it's your argument.
It's my argument, but you just said you knew them, correct? So but you're only going by your own ideology, bro.
I'm asking you to share your ideology with me. Which verse in the Christian Bible condemns homosexuality?
There's actually quite a few. Like I said, you've already answered your own question. So why am I going to answer your question once again?
Because I don't feel like you know any verse. I don't feel like you know the text of the Bible. I feel like you're a fake Christian. So tell me the verse.
Okay, see, there you go again. You're judging somebody off of your own words. That's like me saying that because you're hold on.
I'm judging you for your rationality. If you're not irrational, you know the verse in the Bible that condemns homosexuality.
There's Leviticus.
Which verse in Leviticus?
Oh my God, bro. I don't have my Bible with me right now, dude. I'm actually at work, but I am sitting here having this conversation with you. because you have been the first to judge multiple people. I've been watching you, bro. You've literally downgraded every Christian that's came in here because of their beliefs, correct? Yes or no?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. So what you're saying is, with that one kid that just came in here, you said he was a fake Christian, just like you said I was a fake Christian, right?
Yeah, because you guys don't know what you're talking about.
We don't. So you know what you're talking about, correct?
Yes.
Yes, but did you not just say that man wrote those other Bibles or those other books that you created, that were created, correct? Yeah. You do realize the Holy Bible is the #1 book sold in America?
I believe.
Or did you not know that?
I believe it. Just like the Quran is the #1 book sold in Israel. Sorry, not Israel. In like Saudi Arabia. So would that make
okay?
Quran like?
But even then, the Bible in the whole world. I want you to think about this, bro. You're only telling me what
1
you
million
know
likes,
because
thank you so much.
You're only telling me what you know.
Can I get you to listen to me for a second? Right. So,
dude, you've interrupted me every time I've tried telling you what you've asked.
Do you mind if I just talk real quick?
Okay, go ahead.
Listen. Right. So I called you a fake Christian, and you took this as a form of disrespect. So now I'm going to explain to you why this was not a form of disrespect, but rather a simple observation of you being a fake Christian. So you cited Leviticus as far as how you know or why being gay is wrong, right?
Okay.
Right. So, but yet you were unable to tell me which verse in Leviticus. There's actually 2 verses. We could go on 18:22. Do you know what Leviticus 18:22 says?
Go ahead and explain to everybody, bro.
Right. So you don't know what Leviticus 18:22 says. So what it says is that.
Okay. Let me ask you this real quick.
One second. I'm not like you could ask all the questions you want after I'm done here. Right. So like it does say that it is going to be an abomination. However, here's the thing, right? So in Leviticus, it also says that planting mixed seeds or wearing mixed fabrics is an abomination. It says that not wearing blue tassels at all 4 corners of your garments is an abomination. It says that having mildew in your house is an abomination. That like eating shellfish fat or blood is an abomination. But then like the main thing it says is at the end of Leviticus, God directly states in your Christian Bible that all the rules in which were outlined inside of Leviticus were specifically only for the ancient Israelites because of their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites, because the Egyptians and the Canaanites practiced ritualistic homosexual orgies to pray to their false gods. So when you reference Leviticus and saying that it's wrong to be gay, well, the God says that those are only rules to be followed by the Israelites. Therefore, it was only wrong to be gay as an Israelite living over 3,000 years ago. We are not Israelites, nor are we living over 3,000 years ago. So by the own word of your Bible and by the own word of your God, you are contradicting him by using that verse and asserting that being gay is wrong. You just choose to cherry pick specific verbiage from the Bible, and in doing so, you are disrespecting, contradicting your own fucking God, and that's why I'm calling you a fake Christian. Because you don't care about your God, you just care about holding irrational prejudice against gay people.
Honestly, no, dude. I actually have a nephew that's gay. But it's funny you said that. Since you know everybody on TikTok, dude, that's great. I love it, dude. So you can sit here and act like you know everything, bro. It's awesome. I give you props, dude. Okay, I can read any book in the world and say that fucking, excuse my language, sorry. I can say Papa Pig's real pigs, right? Are you going to believe that or not? Yes or no?
What did you ask?
I said, since you believe every book out there that you've read is correct or is correct in your terms, correct? Right?
Well, I don't believe every book out there is correct in my terms.
What I'm saying is everything that, but yet you just said, you see, you're contradicting your own stuff, dude. You literally just said that you read other books, correct? You asked that young kid a minute ago about 5,000 years old, right? Or something like that, correct?
So no, yes? I've read the entirety of the Christian Bible.
Okay, so you read the whole Bible, correct? Okay, so that kid said that he believes in Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, right?
Right.
Yes, okay. Now, when you sit here and you called a young kid and then you sat there and said, oh, well,
I didn't know he was 14.
You're not even getting
a fake Christian.
Okay, hear me out. Okay? That's what I'm saying. You don't know everybody. You don't know everything. You can act like you know everything, bro. I'm gonna be
Now
be straight
here's
up.
the big contention.
You brought up
Here's the contention,
scientists a
right?
minute
Here's
ago.
here's the contention.
Where do you think
Here's the
scientists got
contention.
their
One
brains?
second. I don't know everything. However, I do know more than you about your own Bible, and I'd actually really like if you could respond to my contentions with it on the topic of homosexuality. Like seriously, respond to my objection on your reference of the verse to condemn homosexuality within the Bible. If you fucking read Leviticus, now stop. If you read Leviticus, it does say that being gay is an abomination. It also says that all that other shit's an abomination, such as not wearing blue tassels off of all four corners of your garments. But then it also says that all the rules inside of Leviticus were only for the ancient Israelites because of their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites. This is publicly accessible text, and it is really accessible to you because all you have to do is open your Bible to the Old Testament and read Leviticus. Right? So this isn't about me like holding this abundance of false or fake information. All it's about is me reading the fucking Bible. So respond to that contention. You said being gay is wrong because of Leviticus, but your own God says in Leviticus that those rules would only deem it as wrong for the ancient Israelites.
Okay. You have your beliefs. I have my beliefs.
No,
you can
it's in
call
your text.
me.
No,
Hold on.
stop.
Hold on.
No. This is not a response to the objection. The text in the Bible objectively says this. So you have to show that the text in the Bible is either wrong or I'm misconstruing it. Respond. No, it has nothing to do with the difference in beliefs. All it has to do with is the fact that you are just simply not reading your Bible and you're cherry picking verses out of it. Because even if you do hold yourself to Levitican law and choose to ignore the part where God says it's only for the ancient Israelites, you are still going to be just as much of an abomination as a gay man because you're not wearing blue tassels off of all four corners of your garments. Or you might be wearing like a nylon shirt and you're wearing mixed fabrics. Or you're planting mixed seeds. There's dude, I don't care about the difference in beliefs. I care about the justification for the beliefs. Respond to the contradiction of following Levitican law when God says you shouldn't, and respond to the contradiction even within Levitican law, how you're cherry picking that one verse and ignoring all the other ones.
All right. Since you keep putting me on mute because you want yourself to be heard, that's awesome. You only want everybody to hear your one side. That's cool. That's
no,
awesome.
I want you to respond.
Hold on. I've already responded to you.
No,
dude.
you're just
I've
emotional as hell.
I'm emotional? Really?
Yeah,
Am I crying?
respond to anything that I just said. Yes, you are crying. Respond to anything I just said.
I'm crying. Okay. Anyways, long story short, man. It's wrong to be gay. You can call it whatever you want.
Respond to my objections. No. Homie, respond to anything I said about Leviticus.
I have responded, and you're only hearing what you want.
Challenge my objection.
Hold on. I'm gonna be like you.
No, here's a second mute. You're not responding to jack shit. No, I've told you 3 times now, right? I'm not going to tell you for a 4th. I've gone over Leviticus. I've gone over the part in Leviticus where God says that the rules were only for the Israelites. I've gone over the part where even when you do accept the law, you're still like cherry picking because you don't follow the other Levitican law. Respond. Like, how do you feel about God saying that those were only rules for the ancient Israelites? How do you feel about the Levitican law saying that you have to wear blue tassels at all 4 corners of your garments? Like, respond. This is driving me crazy.
All right, actually, it's been. You said it was 2 times. It was actually 3 times that you muted me, but it's funny. Anyways, yes, you can roll your eyes, dude. Anybody can roll their eyes. Everybody's tough on TikTok, dude. It's all cool, dude. It's all peachy wonderful. Good job. Anyways, to respond to your answer, okay? You're only quoting certain things out of the Bible, and yes, okay, my beliefs are about the gay, okay? Now, am I against it? I'm against it. Do I disrespect them? No, I don't disrespect them.
Homie, respond to the objections. You're supposed to follow every single word of the Bible, including the one where God says that Levitican law was only for the Israelites. Right?
You do realize you keep cutting me off. I can't just mute you like you do me, right?
How do you feel about the words that just came out of my mouth? I won't cut you off.
Okay, the way I feel about what you're saying is wrong. Okay, you're only seeing it. Hold on. I get what you're saying. I get your point of view. I get your ideology, bro. I understand what you're saying.
Why is it wrong?
It says it in the Bible, dude. You're taking it out of context, and that's exactly what you're doing, bro. Trust me.
You're taking it out of context.
How am I taking it out of context, bro? It's like this, dude. You keep saying Leviticus.
No, I'll explain to you how you're taking it out of context. You're taking it out of context because when you put Levitican law in context, you would know that it's also an abomination to do these other 10 things that I named, or you would know that God says that those were only rules for the ancient Israelites. The irony in that statement was insane. You are the one taking it out of context. The context of Leviticus fucking states in the Bible. It says God gave these rules to Moses to give to the native Israelites because of their differences from the canons. Those are rules in the fucking it says that in the Bible. And by you saying that it's wrong to be gay today because of what Leviticus says, you are cherry picking one verse while ignoring the other verse, and that is bad. That is you contradicting your own God. Like, I understand that under your worldview, your God is real and his word is divine command. So by you taking that out of context and only applying it to people today, you are disobeying your God. You should understand how big of a problem this is, right?
All right. I understand what you're saying. Again, you have your beliefs. I have my beliefs. If you're just going to keep saying the same stuff, bro, dude, I don't.
Oh, man. I'm moving on to the next guest. No. So see, it's not about a difference of belief. It's about what the words of the Bible says. No, it's unironically about what the words of the Bible say. Like, no. Not like unironically. Like, super unironically, if you open up a Bible to Leviticus and you read through Leviticus, now anyone could do this. Now anyone, any of you guys, right? Any of you guys could open a Bible and read Leviticus. And Leviticus says, God gave these rules to Moses to give to the ancient, to the natives of Israel because of their differences for the canons. Anyone could say that. Anyone could read that. Anyone can do that, right? Anyways, we're going to move on to the next guest. Let's go ahead and see what Dustin has to say. Dude, unironic, like pill brain, like cherry picking Christian love. What's up, Dustin? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I don't think it's wrong. Actually, me and my husband both are gay.
Very good, Dustin.
Weird.
Unfortunately, I'm only talking to opposition, but I do appreciate you for coming up here.
Okay.
Have a good one. I'm sorry. I appreciate you for coming up here, man. I'm just talking opposition. Thank you so much. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Just 1 second, please.
I don't have a second. I apologize. Sorry. Let's go and get an old lamp up here. Oh. Let's go and get Dylan up here.
What up?
Hey, what's up, Dylan? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
It is 100% wrong. The Bible says so, and I completely agree with it. That the Bible says
Thank
so.
you for the handouts.
Yeah,
which verse?
It says it in Leviticus multiple times, like you said. It repeats.
Do you have a Bible on you?
I do have a Bible on me.
Okay. Are you ready to open up your Bible?
Give me 2 seconds. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, give me a second. Thank you for the boxing gloves. Give me a second here. Give me a second, chat. We're gonna end this. How old are you?
18.
What year were you born in?
2005.
You're not 18.
Alright, I'm 17.
Alright, man. Unfortunately, you gotta be 18 to be on the TikTok live, so I appreciate you.
No, come on.
Fucking damn it, bro. Damn it, why couldn't he have just answered quicker? Why couldn't he just answered quicker with a birth year? Man, I really just wanted to watch a Christian open their Bible and read the part where it says that the laws were only for the ancient Israelites. What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Yeah, no, I completely disagree with that notion. I mean, I really just think that's going to be an argument from ignorance compared to any form of rationality.
For sure.
What's up, man? How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born in?
April 26, 2005.
Right, so why do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Because the Bible says in Leviticus that it's wrong.
Sweet.
Back to this point, brother.
Open up your Bible.
Hello?
Open up your Bible.
All right.
Oh, he just left. He just left. He just fucking left. Okay. Yo, Leviticus is going crazy tonight, bro. Leviticus is going crazy tonight. Bro, they never learn. I swear they never learn. You know, then he just dipped, bro. He just dipped. Jesus. Bro, it's funny when people say, like, I kicked him, when y'all could quite literally see that he went on pause and then swiped out of the app. Like, you could see that he was on pause, right? What's up, man? How old are you?
Nigga.
Dude, fucking hell. Who does that, bro? Like, who the fuck does that? What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I think it's wrong. Wait, can you hear me?
I can.
All right, so I think it's wrong to be gay. Like, first of all, because I was here yesterday and I heard
yeah. How old are you?
So I was here yesterday and I heard you talking about like the God you believe in. Like, who was it?
Shmeezus. Don't worry about that though. How old are you?
No, I'm 18 though.
What year were you born in?
2005.
Okay, sweet. Why do you think it's wrong to be gay?
All right, so no, it's actually a part of my claim though. So I was here yesterday and I heard you talk about your God, yeah. So that God you believe in, yeah. So that God you believe in created, So that God you believe in created all humanity, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so why, and you also said that God actually agrees with people being gay, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so why didn't that God give men the ability to give birth?
Yeah, because this is only going to be a result of heterosexual intercourse, or the result of a sperm meeting an egg, and something doesn't need to possess the ability to give birth for it to not be immoral.
Well, no, because you also, but you
I
also was talking about
I think you're a minor.
I mean, bro, please don't run away. Come on, bro. I'm 18. I'm telling you.
Okay. Why, chat? Why are you guys saying that he's a minor? What's your proof? Okay, so why do you think it's wrong?
Come on. Can I keep going?
No, I want to know why you think it's wrong to be gay.
Yeah, I'm explaining to you.
I don't fucking believe in Shmeezus. It's a joke. It's a joke, man. So why do you think it's wrong to be gay?
Okay, so first of all, because for example, let's say you're a man, and you basically if you're a man, you can't reproduce, yeah. Right. You get me?
Right.
You can't reproduce. It's a fact. No. And I'll tell you.
Don't get emotional. I'm talking. They always get emotional. So we see that being gay leads to no reproduction in the same sense that infertility leads to no reproduction. So when you say that being gay is wrong because it can't reproduce, but you say that infertility is not wrong regardless of the fact that they can't reproduce, we're gonna see a logical contradiction. You are fallacious. And that is false. What do you have to say? Get fucking graft. Get fucking graft, baby. Get fucking graft.
Can I finish?
No, respond to the contradiction.
Please, just let me finish. Then you can actually answer, yeah? Bro, just let me finish. Then you can answer. It's not hard.
No, respond to
Bro,
the
just let me
contradiction.
finish. Then you can answer me.
No, respond to the contradiction.
Okay, I'll answer. Yeah, I'll answer.
Right.
Okay, so I think infertility is not wrong, but like the thing is like, for example, like if you're a woman, like you're supposed to give birth. Like if you don't give birth, that means there's something wrong with you. Like it's like you're supposed to. Yeah, but like if it's a man, if it's a man, you're not supposed to. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you get me?
An infertile person is not supposed to give birth.
What? No. Okay. I'll give you an example. Yeah. So, for example, I'm a woman. Yeah. So I'm supposed to give birth. You get me? Like,
No.
What?
No, right? So if you're an infertile woman, you're not supposed to give birth.
No. Okay. Okay. So, okay. A woman is supposed to give birth, right?
No, an infertile woman. Yeah, a fertile woman is supposed to give birth.
No.
We're supposed to be
Wait.
able to.
Listen. I'm saying only a woman is supposed to give birth, right?
Well, an infertile woman isn't
Bro,
supposed
a
to
woman
give birth.
is supposed to give birth, yes, but just answer my question, bro.
Wait, like a fertile woman is supposed to be able to give birth.
Oh, well,
An
listen.
infertile woman-
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
I'm answering your question.
Okay, listen. Okay. So a normal woman. So when you're born, you're supposed to give birth. Like we expect you to give birth, right?
Yeah, because that is typical of most women. So like most women can give birth.
All right. Right. Let me finish. So a woman is supposed to give birth, but a man,
No, a fertile woman is supposed to give birth.
Bro, a woman when you're born, you're basically expected to give birth. But
wait, I mean, do you understand? Like, let me
it's
just
different
explain
for
to
a
you.
man.
Let
That's
me
what I'm
just let me
saying.
just explain to you what you're doing right now. So like, you can't
Right.
just like you can't just like exit the confines of my analogy. So what I'm comparing is homosexuality. Just listen, right? What I'm comparing is homosexuality to infertility, right? So I'm saying that an infertile woman is not supposed to be able to give birth because she's infertile.
Bro.
And you're now stuck. Keep listening. And now your counter argument to this is that if a woman isn't infertile, she is supposed to give birth.
Bro, I'm
That's
not saying
addressing the
that.
point
I'm
being
saying,
made here.
bro, I'm saying if
Now
you're
listen.
born,
Now listen.
bro,
Do you
if you're born,
disagree with me? No, hold up. Do you disagree with me? Do you think that
No.
infertile women are supposed to be able to give birth?
bro, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm saying like when you're born a woman.
I appreciate you for coming up here. Yeah, I saw y'all's comments. And also, yo, Parker, thank you so much for the raid, man. Yo, everyone coming in from Parker's stream, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you for that raid. W Parker's in the chat. Thank you so much. W fucking Parkers. Thank you so much for that raid, man. I really appreciate you guys. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest here, y'all. And we're actually going to be hitting a raid of our own in a little bit. We were just about to go on sub-only chat here, but I'll give it a minute just so, all of the raiders can come in and just kind of hang out here for a second. Once again, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and get our next guest of the night up here. And then also, I just wanted to put it out there for all of you guys. I'm going to be doing a different topic tomorrow. I've been trying to wrap new topics in like very slowly. It hasn't been working out the best, but I think tomorrow we're just gonna fucking full send and commit to it. We're gonna see how it goes. Thank you so much for that. Love you. I've kind of been in like a little bit of a catch-22. I've been having some issues with that, but I guess yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Let's go ahead and see what Breezy has to say. What's going on, man? How old are you?
30 years old.
Okay, do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Also, Ian, thank you for that subscription.
Yeah, I think it's wrong as hell.
Okay, why?
What? First of all, why do you have that shit written on the envelope? Are you gonna mail that?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's gay to be wrong. And first of all, if you're wrong, the three reasons why you're gay when you're wrong. First of all,
thank you for that subscription, Bond Blue.
Nah, dude.
Why is it wrong to why is it gay to be wrong?
Why? Okay, Dean. Why? This is the lowest hanging fruit to be a debater. Why is it wrong to be gay? Dude, no one thinks it's wrong. Like 99% of the people on Earth No one thinks this is not the 1970s, dude.
Wait, are you kidding me? Wait, hold up. So
No
many
one
people
thinks
think that
it's
being's
wrong to
gay
be
wrong.
gay. In
So
this day
many.
and
Wait,
age,
what you do? What you think it's wrong to be gay?
nah, dude. Why would I think that's wrong? Shit.
Because you just told me that you did.
No, I think it's gay to be wrong.
Okay, appreciate you, man. We're gonna go to move on to our next guest. Let's go to get our next guest up in here, chat. I don't know how that guy's dude. I'm gonna be so for real. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yeah, I think it's actually just a complete fucking tragedy, to be honest. It's when we think about what is wrong with American society today, being gay is at least top 3. I mean, it's just
Okay, why?
Well, I mean, so let's just start with, we see the economic system today. You can definitely see like the money trail go down, and it's definitely going to be caused due to homosexuality. That's going to be reason number 1. Number 2, clearly they cannot reproduce. If you want a thriving society, you got to be able to reproduce. And now you're going to take out your little envelope and say, oh, was it wrong being fertile? Absolutely. All right. Well, like when we think of us fertile people, like me and you, right? Me and you, us fertile people, we are the top tier, right? We are. I don't know. So yes, it is wrong to be infertile. That's what I'm trying to get at here. If you cannot reproduce, I'm sorry, you are wrong. And then there's going to be other reasons. However, those are definitely my top 2. I mean,
okay, sweet. So, okay, on the first point, I don't think that like we're gonna see any like economic repercussions of homosexuality. And you said that there's gonna be a strong correlation between those two ideals, and this is why being gay is wrong. Do you think that you might be able to to show me the correlation, or to show me?
Absolutely. When we look at like the workforce in America today, we're just going to see more straight white men in there. All right. When you look at, and obviously construction and all that leads to economic growth. So if everyone was just going to be gay, clearly this would not reach its high levels of construction that we would need in order to be a thriving society. And if you are not a thriving society, then it's going to lead to economic crash. It is a clear tragedy. Clear.
Okay, sweet. So, like, first of all, not everyone can be gay because being gay is not a choice. It's based upon our biology, and this is proven by the science. I mean, I could go over that with you. But then on the second point, yeah, so there's going to be, like, an analogy to be made between being gay and infertility. But you just said that both were immoral and wrong. So do you think that, like, infertile woman that has this condition of the human experience that is uncontrollable and completely caused and exists within nature and something that she can't change, so this is just immoral and completely wrong?
Completely wrong.
Okay, what about like all women? 100% of women, once they hit the age of about 50 to 55, they go through menopause and no longer have the.
I do think there could be a purpose, right? As long as like they are going to be able to do things that are going to be in order towards reproduction, like if they're going to be helping feed the families of the fertile people. I think you can still find meaning within your life. However, I definitely just think that you just need to be fertile.
Feed the families of the fertile people?
Yeah. Problem?
Yeah, there's a big problem with that. Are you kidding me? So you think? Okay, Parker. I see your message. You know what? Parker just told me that you're a troll, Pluto.
I can't stand that Parker. I went on his live one time and he kicked me out. You know why he kicked me out?
Why?
Because he's gay.
Okay, Pluto. Thank you. Thanks for coming up. Thanks for coming up, Pluto.
No, yeah, there's no problem. To all my fellow people who disagree with this, you're welcome. America.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest. Also, no, Parker's straight. No, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, I think he was a troll. We're going to go to move on to the next guest here, chat. By the way, if we're enjoying the debates, make sure to hit that follow button, baby. Once again, put it out there. I'm going to be doing a different topic tomorrow. But we're also going to be going on sub-only chat just for a little bit here. We're going to be going on sub-only chat just before I end. I'm not going to be on for too much longer here. I'm going to try to get, an early start to my nightly routine. I got to go see a friend. What's going on, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
All right, so I am not a debater by any means, but if you could, well, hopefully you will point flaws into this so I can fine tune this and make it better. Yeah, so yes, I'm gonna say yes, it is immoral to be gay.
Why?
So I would say from a Christian perspective that there is a necessity for how God has ordered the world, right? So I would say, so I wrote these down because I'm not good at this, right? So
what verse in the Christian Bible condemns homosexuality?
So I mean, we can go through Leviticus. I know you guys were just talking about that. Genesis 1:26 through 28 is good. Romans 1, the whole thing really. 1 Corinthians 6. Then you have Ephesians that talks about it. 1 Timothy talks about it. So there's different areas that we can attack from a kind of a gospel perspective, like the Bible as a whole and what it's preaching as a whole. Wait,
so Leviticus.
Can I do a poll real quick? How many Christians are actually in here?
Yeah, actually, I'd be interested in seeing that. I'll do that. Oh wait, no, we're on sub only chat right now, so we can't do like a text poll. I apologize for that.
What?
We're on sub only chat, so we can't do a text poll. But yeah, so let's talk about these verses that you listed off. So starting in Leviticus, I mean, God like very directly states in Leviticus that
I haven't got to present my argument first, though.
Well, was that not your argument?
No. I was just giving a broad synopsis of why the Christian worldview holds to what it is, but that wasn't the argument.
Okay, well, I mean, I could just kind of refute all of those verses, but okay, what's the argument?
We can go to the verses next. All right, so for one, so it's a violation of the created order, right? So men and women come together like a beautiful puzzle piece, right? Which allows for reproduction. Two, it denounces homosexuality, denounces procreation, right? So it's coming together of the same sex does not allow and is also antithetical to the concept of reproduction, right? So it's a proclamation that reproduction cannot happen. So if fertility was, I think it's a false equivalency for you to compare the two, because
Johnny, thank you for that subscription. Welcome to Sub-Only Chat.
So I think it's a false equivalency for you to compare fertility to this, because it point one still applies, even though point two doesn't. Right? So point one is that it's a violation of the created order. Women and men together is not a violation of the created order. Therefore, it's a false equivalency to compare homosexuality to an infertile woman and man coming together.
Right, and why is infertility a violation of the created order?
Likes to use it and switch it around from what you do, where he says that.
Why is infertility not a violation of the created order?
Because man and woman are still coming together like they're supposed to.
Okay, and how do you know that's the created order?
If we hold to the premise one that men and women are supposed to come together for reproduction,
right. Then, so here's the thing, though.
Right.
So do you mind if I debate you?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I haven't even finished all 3 points yet. Can I get all 3 points in?
Yeah.
All right. And then the last one, and I think this is important for Christians to understand, right, is that it utterly is blasphemous to the illustration of Christ and the church, right? So what Christians believe, right, and I'll just give you, this is the Bible as a whole, is that God has created something, right, and it has fallen, it is flawed. And then therefore, Christ has come to redeem. So if you think of a marriage, like a marriage ceremony, you can think of the gospel through that. So man, the father, walks the daughter, creation, down the aisle of time, right? So that's the father walking the bride down to the new son-in-law, walks creation down the aisle of time to the son.
Homie, you gotta stop preaching so we can debate.
Well, no. So I'm just giving you a synopsis of what Christians believe so we can understand this, right? So then the son redeems man or creation back to the father, right? So it's this beautiful display. So if homosexuality is an actual it is antithetical to that illustration. And that's what the Bible gives you as a whole, because the entire Bible is about Jesus and the redemption of mankind. Right? So that would make it immoral, make it wrong to have a proclamation of something that goes against that. So those are my 3 points.
Okay, sweet. So, oh shit, my mic is cutting out. Okay, so first on the point of reproductive ability, that's not going to be a false equivalency with infertility, and we could look at this through a multitude of lenses, right? So if you're saying that this is going to be immoral because they cannot reproduce, I mean this is also going to be the same conclusion of individuals who struggle with infertility, that can also not bear offspring. But I feel like you're going to be more in reference of the homosexual act of the homosexual intercourse in of itself, and we could just correlate this to an infertile wife, right? So if intercourse is observed in the confines of marriage, Jesse, thank you so much for that subscription, with an infertile wife, well, I mean, I'm guessing that you're not going to deem this as immoral, and this is all going to be analogous in the same sense. So I mean, if it just all rests on the fact of reproduction, this is not going to be a false equivalency to draw to infertility, because both are going to be naturally. One second, dude, I let you preach. Chill.
I know, but you missed my
just
point.
chill.
You're not
Chill. No,
attacking.
I'm gonna get there. Dude, I let you talk for like 5 minutes.
You're straw manning
Just
my
let me get
argument.
there.
Not my
Let me
argument.
get there. So Broccoli, thank you so much for that subscription. I appreciate you. Welcome to Sub Only Chat. So then like so yeah so like what I'm doing is like is refuting your claim that that's gonna be a false equivalency.
That wasn't my claim.
Yeah, you told me that I was making a false equivalency by
Right. That's why I
drawing.
avoided infertility altogether.
Right,
It
but
wasn't my
I'm saying that that's not going to be a false equivalency because like being gay and like the lack of reproduction that comes from being gay is going to be analogous to infertility and the lack of reproduction that comes from infertility in two senses, and we could look at this through two different lenses. The first sense is just going to be a condition of the human experience that occurs naturally, is not a choice, that will prelude to no reproduction, right? And then the second lens is going to be like engaged in the act of intercourse in of itself. Being married to an infertile woman is a choice that I'm making. Corey, thank you so much for the $10. And like this choice that I'm making to engage in this intercourse is not necessarily going to be immoral. In the same sense that like a gay man chooses to engage in intercourse that yields no reproduction, and like it would be like not immoral in the same sense if we hold like all things to be true. Jane, I appreciate that subscription. Welcome to the Sub Only Chat. But now like to get to like the more underlying argument that you're making here, it's really just an argument rooted within the Bible. I mean, you're saying that there's going to be like a perfect model for like what exists, such as like the man and the woman, and that this is going to be like an abomination as it's a deviance from that, right? So like you're going to have a lot of trouble asserting that like the perfect.
Mark 9, right? So
What's up?
Mark, that would be Matthew 19, Mark 10.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. So like you're Braxton, thank you for that subscription. Welcome to the Sub Only Chat.
You just said a bunch of stuff that had nothing to do with my argument.
Well,
right?
if you let me finish talking, right? So then, like, this proclamation that this perfect model is going to be a man and a woman can only held to be confluently true through justification from the Bible. Like, if we were to try to justify this from a naturalistic worldview, it would just completely fall to pieces. So, I mean, how do you want to justify that this is going to be the perfect model? Via scripture or via some, like, non-theistic worldview? Thank you for that, your sweet candy.
So we would have to, considering that I am a Christian, we would have to use a Christian model, right?
Tree,
So
thank you for the subscription. All right, then this is where my big question comes in.
Escalate this to does God exist argument, or we can just keep it where we're at.
Right. So now this is where my big contention comes in. I have a big question. I have a big question, right? So how do we know that the words within the Bible, are correct?
I couldn't hear the question.
Yeah. So how do we know that like we should take the words like written within the Bible as like absolute correctness?
So although circular argument, the Bible does give its own authority through Scripture, right? So
which verse gives it authority?
So man writes. So that would be 2 Timothy 3:16 or 1 Timothy 3:16.
Right. What does it say?
All Scripture is God breathed.
Right. So then how do we know that we should like believe that verse as being correct?
For men for teaching and correction and
right. So now just answer my question. How do we know that like why should we take or like why should we believe that that verse is like correct and telling us that the scripture would be correct?
I am absolutely convinced, and I pray that the people that claim to be a Christian on here do the same. Is that I'm convinced that Jesus rose from the grave.
Thank you for the handouts. Okay, so Jesus rose from the grave, right?
So that would be the foundation, right? So Paul says that if he did not, then we are more than anyone else should be considered fools, and woe is us, right? So it is important. It is actually the foundation for our faith.
So,
right?
So how do you know that Jesus rose from the dead?
So a few things, right? So we have the embarrassment argument, right? That when they write about the accounts in the gospel, Jesus is constantly humiliating the apostles, right? And which is not a common thing for people to do in ancient literature, was to write about their embarrassments. Another thing that would be an account for the embarrassment is that women are actually the first ones to come to the tomb and the first ones to hold faith stronger than the apostles did. Three, give the fact that they went to their death. Most of the time, people don't give their life for a lie. So they must have been convinced utterly that something happened, that they did see him rise from the dead.
But no, here's the big problem. So you say one second. No, because this is a big problem. So I asked you, how do we know, like how do we know that the word of the Bible is correct in what it's saying? And you say it's because Jesus rose from the dead. And then I asked you, how do we know that Jesus rose from the dead? And you said the words of the Bible. So
No,
like
no,
like
that's
the
not.
evidence for
No, no,
Jesus
no,
rising
no,
from
no,
the
no,
no
no,
no
no,
no
no,
no no
no.
no no this is exactly what you
No,
said.
what
No,
I
no,
said.
now listen, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me, right? So this is exactly what you said. I'm gonna explain how. So
So
like you said, like I asked you how don't interrupt me, right? We can't both be talking over each other at once, right? So you're saying that the words in the Bible are justified from Jesus rising in the dead, and then the justification for Jesus rising from the dead are the words in the Bible, specifically from this embarrassment argument in the scripture, right? Appreciate
what
you for
is
the
your
standards.
underlying assumption that you're giving there? What is your
Yeah.
underlying assumption that you're providing right there?
Yeah, so there's no
That
assumption. This
these
is an
people
observation.
did not actually exist or write these things down. You're assuming that.
No, no. So like what I'm no,
Your
it's all it
evidence.
is. No, no, just follow me here. Follow it here. Follow me here, right? So what I'm asking is how do we know that the words of the Bible are true, right? And then you said Jesus rising from the dead. And then I asked you, how do we know, Anna, thank you so much for that galaxy, that this notion of Jesus rising from the dead is true? And you said the words of the Bible.
You're right, but in there you have an underlining assumption that these people did not actually exist, that they didn't actually write these things down.
No,
Right?
I have the underlying assumption that we should not like give the words of the Bible like a certain truth factor without justification. And like now, like we could go back to this. Like no, again, like we're not talking about the words in the Bible. We're talking about if they're true or not, right? So
Right.
like
No, no, that's
these
fine.
individuals could have existed, and the words just simply could not have been true. And then I asked you, how do we know that the words of the Bible are true? You first referenced like other words of the Bible within Timothy. I asked you, how do we know that the words in Timothy are true? You said it's because Jesus rose from the dead. Then I asked you, how do you know that Jesus rose from the dead? You said other words of the Bible. As you
Right.
know,
So
like
here's
there's like a lot of
here's
problems. Like so,
the thought
like what is it?
process.
It's called. Oh, one second. It's called the begging the question fallacy. It's a circle. Like Kai's correct in chatting what she's saying.
And I
And there's like
stated
there's a lot of problems with like this, just because that's a fallacy. Then not to mention there's quite a lot of things that we have to do when we're trying to like prove the existence of a God or like the divinity or the truth of text, right? So like we first have the problem that you have to like prove that the God exists. You have to prove that the God is the correct God. You have to prove that the God is a divine legislator. You have to prove that the religious text is derived from the God. You have to prove that it's been translated correctly. Then you have to prove that you're interpreting the text correctly. And like here's like this whole train of thought that I haven't led you down yet, because first I want to focus on this one point, and it seems as if I do not need to lead you down that route, because this is all we need to know. I asked you, how do we know that the Bible's correct? You said Jesus rising from the dead. How do we know that Jesus rose from the dead? The Bible. So begging the question fallacy, that's a circular, that's a circle, and that's
And I
not going to be
stated
good.
at the beginning, right? I said the Bible makes its own declaration, right? But here's the thing: like, if we think through this, if this man actually rose from the dead, right? If he actually said he was who, like, if he was who he said he was, then the whole thing makes sense, right? When he says, "I am the way, the truth, the life," I am the truth. That thy word is truth. If he actually rose from the dead, we have to say that that's pretty significant.
Well,
So,
yeah, no, of course, but
so if
you're
that
presupposing that he
happens,
actually rose from the dead without any
counts.
justification for it.
Right. So if
So
that
do you have like
happens,
non-biblical
wait a minute,
evidence or
are
archaeological or historical evidence for Jesus Christ rising from the dead? Because this is going to be like the true
Sure.
support for this notion.
We
You can't
have
support a
no
notion with
evidence.
you can't support
Hold
a
on.
biblical notion by Jesus with like the notion
Can
that
I?
Jesus rose from the dead, then support that notion with another biblical notion. You know, it's like
Yeah.
then how do we support that first biblical or the second the second notion from the Bible? You know what I mean? Like it's seriously a circle. You're not like necessarily like responding to this either, right? So like listen, the Bible. How do wait? No, one second. Just listen. The Bible. Here's the Bible. This hand's the Bible. I'm gonna put this visually for you. This hand
Go
is
ahead.
the Bible. This hand is Jesus rising from the dead. Thank you for the forever res, right? So the Bible, Jesus rising from the dead, right? How do we know that the Bible is true? Right? You said because Jesus rose from the dead, and then you said then I asked, how do we know that Jesus rose from the dead? And you said the Bible. So we have these two entities that are circling around each other
No.
to provide justification for both of them. And that is a begging the question fallacy.
So, if this event occurred, then it gives evidence to the things that were written about this event actually meaning something.
Right, I agree, but we have to justify that the event occurred.
So we have over 25,000 copies or scripts of manuscripts, right? It is the most recorded, like it's kind of miraculous how this book even comes together. Just from the early church fathers themselves.
It's
when
about
they
8,700.
No, it's 25,000 pieces and fragments of scripture that we can put together.
Fragments.
So,
Okay.
right. So yeah. So we have no, and I will concede this point. We have no original text of the Gospels, right? Which is more than likely because of Nero burning them, right? which is
But
historical.
this still, like, you understand that now even you are being circular with me? Like, this just goes back to the first question. How do we know that those fragments, these scriptures, these manuscripts are true in what they're saying? You said because Jesus Christ rose from the dead, and then I asked you for the justification for Jesus risen from the dead, and you said the scriptures. Like, dude, you have to understand the circularity. No, listen, man. I'm gonna give you like one or two more chances. Listen, I'm gonna give you one or two more chances to address this. No, I'm gonna give you. Listen. I'm going to give you one or two more chances to address the circularity before I move on to the next guest.
I did. How did I not? You even said you agreed. If the events of the crucifixion and the resurrection occurred, then subsequently, the actual text referring to the event itself has validity. You agreed to that.
I did agree to that, but what we are presupposing is that event of Jesus Christ rising from the dead occurred. And that is what I'm asking for justification on. How? No, shush. How do we know that Jesus Christ rose from the dead? What is your justification for Jesus Christ rising from the dead? You cannot appeal to the Bible to justify this for the sole reason that this alone is trying to justify the Bible. So what is non-biblical justification for Jesus Christ rising from the dead?
Would we agree, or would you agree, that Josephus and Taccius both wrote about him and his followers historically?
So extra biblical?
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with.
Are you a Jesus mythicist?
I don't even know what that is.
So that is an individual that believes that he didn't even exist.
No, I think he existed.
Okay, so you do believe that he was an actual person?
Yeah, we have some level of justification for him existing.
Do you believe that the literature written around the apostles is more than likely an account of their actual experience outside of the Bible?
I mean, so more than likely is a strong claim, right? So if there exists literature written about them, but there's going to be no historical or archaeological evidence to support the literature, then I don't know if I'd necessarily say it's more than likely. But I don't know the literature and I haven't read it, therefore I wouldn't be able to make a claim about it.
Before, didn't you? You've quoted Origen before, haven't you?
Yeah, Orion and some of his writings on Genesis, right?
Okay, so he's a direct disciple of John.
Right. So no, the question that I'm asking, how do we know that Jesus was of a divine nature? How do we know that he rose from the dead?
Oh, the resurrection would be the evidence for that, right?
Right. Then how do we know that the resurrection occurred?
So the resurrection, I would consider, is the embarrassment fallacy, the fact of embarrassment that is written in the Gospels, right?
So then you're trying to justify the Gospels with Jesus, and then you're justifying Jesus with the Gospels. Now that was your first strike. I told you I'd give you two more chances to not lead this in a circular direction, and your first chance is gone. You have one more, right? So give me non-biblical
the martyrdom of the apostles, right? They're real people. They really died.
So what is this? Okay, and then how does this support the notion that Jesus Christ rose from the dead?
They died for what they believed in.
Right, and there's also going to be people that died for what they believe in, for say the Islamic religion, such as Prophet Muhammad's grandson, who's a martyr that died for his faith very strongly. Such as there's going to exist martyrs of quite literally any other religion of all time, right? No, just listen. Don't let me finish talking, right? So there's going to exist one second. There's going to exist martyrs of every single religion of all time, including individuals who are directly associated with their prophet, such as Prophet Muhammad's grandson.
None of them die for a lie, right? They truly believe in what they did, right? Or what they saw, or what they believed in, or how they went about living this ideology or this worldview that they had. So most of the time we can prove, unless there's something going on with them mentally, that they're going to die for a lie.
Right.
Okay, so you agree with that. So if their account is Jesus rose from the grave,
thank you for the subscription.
Right, and even Paul says after one likely unborn or unlikely born, right, who's basically saying that he was born too late to be a part of the apostles at the beginning, right? If he even gives an account of Jesus actually meeting him on the road to Damascus and dies for it, we can kind of conclude that maybe what they're saying has something behind it, right? So that doesn't prove Jesus' divinity, but it does give evidence for the resurrection being an actual event.
Not necessarily, right?
Because
not necessarily. No. The reason, Pineapple, thank you so much for the $25. Thank you so much. No, the reason that this wouldn't necessarily provide that any justification is because even under your own worldview, this would not provide any justification. Do you think the fact that Prophet Muhammad's grandson was a martyr for the Islamic religion would give justification for the Islamic religion being true?
I think it would give justification for his reasoning for what he believed in, yes.
Okay, so now you think that like the Islamic God, and like the Prophet Muhammad, like Muhammad is going to be just as justified in being a prophet as Jesus is going to be as Jesus is going to be
Not what I
justified
said.
as rising from the dead.
Actions, right, are justified. The actions are justified, not
Dude,
the
listen, I'm going to give you one last chance because obviously, like, appealing to the martyrs is not going to be a good argument because there exists martyrs in all religions, and this is not going to be like a symmetrically uneven form of justification for the notion that Jesus rose from the dead and was of a divine nature, right?
How
So
about
now, like,
the
I'm going to give you one last chance. Like, I want you to
okay,
justify the I want you to justify the claim
how
that
about
Jesus
the
Christ rose from the
historical
dead.
how about the historical manifestation that Jesus split time, right? The fact that the West grew the way that it did because Christianity grew the way that it did. Is that not an evidence for some kind of validity behind
No.
the miracle that was the resurrection?
Right, no. So this is not going to be evidence for the resurrection because
Why
this is
not?
just an appeal to popularity fallacy, right? So like this is all this is saying is that a whole lot of people like believed in Christianity, and Christianity was really, really, really popular. And like we named like the AD. Jesse, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. And then like Christianity was so popular that like we now like date our years off of like the death of him, right? But like once again, this is just a fallacy because all it is doing is appealing to popularity of Christianity, and
What if
not
I
giving
can
any
prove it's not
justification to the
popularity?
notion.
What if I can prove it's not popularity?
That dude, that's what I'm asking you for, right?
Okay, so these people were. Have you ever heard of a Roman candle?
Nope.
You okay? What do you know about ancient Rome? Because I've heard you make claims about Romans 1 talking about
Yeah. So I'm
non-homosexual
familiar with some of
practices.
like their lexicon and like just like practices within the society.
Like what? What of their lexicon?
Like male temple prostitution and like some of their lexicon that would be in reference to like the legislation of the time, in reference to how consent didn't really exist,
you know.
and like procreation within marriage, and then just like the advent of male temple prostitution. Right. So
Okay.
what's so now like answer me, what's a Roman candle and how does this justify the no 1 second. No, 1 second. Well, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. What is a Roman candle and how does this justify the notion that
Real quick,
Jesus Christ rose from
what
the
do you
dead?
know about Roman sexuality, homosexuality, or sexuality in general? What do you know about ancient Roman sexuality?
Yeah, that it really only existed as in the terms of like a man and a woman in the confines of marriage. Consent wasn't really a thing, and then like male temple prostitution existed as a way for like men to take their frustrations out, and prostitution, other forms of like idolatry were like very popular, right? But
Do
now
you think
dude?
So,
Answer my
so,
question, homie. Look, we're not gonna get off topic here. We're not gonna get off
so
topic here.
Roman candle.
We're homie. What is a
So,
Roman candle, and how does this justify the
Nero.
notion that Jesus Christ rose from the dead?
So real quick. So the reason I bring that up is because you're wrong. Nero actually had a public homosexual marriage, so it was consensual at times, and he wasn't the only emperor that had one.
Thank you for that.
Nero
For the hand
created
hearts.
something called Roman candles, where they put
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with that. I have to look into it.
Okay. So, what's the name of the book?
Dude, homie, what, dude?
So,
how does this Roman candle justify the notion that Jesus Christ rose from the dead?
Nero created something
Thank you
called
so much for that,
Roman
mustache.
candles, where every night he would put Christians on a post, penetrated through their anus, through into their stomach, and lit them on fire. Right?
Thank
He
you for
did
that,
this
mustache.
several times until he finally burned down the city. Right?
Right, and how does this support the notion that Jesus
not-
Christ rose from the dead?
This is an appeal to popularity, bro. Nobody's going out there and getting killed on purpose. Right?
Because they actually, dude. No, it is an appeal to popularity. No, it totally is. No, it totally is. No, these individuals truly believed in the Christian God, and that is the popular belief that I'm talking about. But the amount of individuals that truly believe in a God will not justify that God necessarily existing. In the same way that now more people truly believe in the Islamic God, and Prophet Muhammad's grandson truly believed that his grandfather was a prophet, and this individual died for his grandfather, and all these individuals continue to die for this religion that they truly believe in. This is just an appeal to the popularity of the religion. There's going to be martyrs. There's going to be individuals that have died for their religion, including individuals that are directly associated with prophets of that religion and many religions across, all of history, right? But this isn't going to grant any form of justification for any one specific religion. And if it were to, grant justification, then you'd be equally like believing in all religions, right? Look, man, I'm gonna ask you one last time. Before I kick you. No. This is exactly how it's going, right, dude? Because listen, we need to stay online with the original argument here. You said being gay is wrong. No, you said that being gay is wrong. No, there's nothing being skipped over. This is just me getting you in line. You said being gay is wrong because the Bible says so. I said, how do we know that the Bible's correct? You said because Jesus resurrected from the dead. Justify, prove to me that Jesus Christ was resurrected from the dead.
All right. So I need you to address what I said. This is not a popularity fallacy. There is
Yes, it
nothing.
is.
You are so dense if you think the simple fact of people going to their death is a popular thing to do. You are dense to believe that. That's like you saying that people become homosexual because there's so much prejudice going on in the world, so they do it for fun, for popularity. That would be dense of you to say. So for
Not
you
at
to
all.
say,
You just don't understand what an appeal to
you
popularity
said
is. Do you want me to
here's where
explain to you what that
failed.
is?
Here's where you failed. You said it was a popular thing to become a believer of the way to your
Bro,
death.
this isn't, dude. You don't understand what an appeal to popularity is. Can I please explain to you what an appeal to popularity is? Right. So I need you to sit back and listen. You said that you haven't debated much, so now you're going to learn a thing or two. Thank you for the hand hearts. So an appeal to popularity is basically saying that there's like X amount of individuals, and this exists in like a large group that believe in a certain thing. Therefore, this thing has justification for it, right? And like here's the analogy. Like here's where you got fallacious, right? So you tried to justify that Jesus was divine or was resurrected from the dead because of the AD, like the after death and like the BC and the AD split, right? However, like the BC and the AD split exists because of the amount of people that believed in Christianity, right? Right?
I didn't know if you were done. Sorry.
Kim, thank you for the subscription. So would you agree that the BC and AD split exists because of the amount of people that believed in Christianity?
Yeah, that was my point, that the AD-BC split occurred because of growth in a common factor.
Right. And the common factor is the belief in Christianity, right? Now listen. An appeal to popularity is you are appealing to the growth in the belief of Christianity. You are appealing to how many people believe in Christianity to justify Christianity or to justify the notion that Jesus Christ died on the cross and was resurrected from the dead. That is an appeal to popularity. Look, like, no, I wasn't saying that, oh, it was popular to be a Christian or it's popular to like to want to go to your death. I was saying it was popular to like hold the Christian God as the one true creator of the heaven, like the heaven, the hell, the skies and the seas. And this is why the AD and BC split happened. And this is why you are being logically fallacious and using this as justification to support the notion that Jesus Christ rose from the dead, right? So now, back on track, now that we've addressed that as a logical fallacy, what is the evidence that exists? What is the justification? What is the proof that exists to justify the notion that Jesus Christ rose from the dead?
Let me straighten you out then. Because what I said is I gave you proof that it wasn't a popularity fallacy, right? Or appeal to popularity, right? I said it wasn't an appeal to popularity because of how it came about, right? The actual growth occurred through martyrdom and people dying for what they believed in. Right, it didn't grow just because people were like, "Oh, that's amazing." Right.
So it doesn't matter how it grows. It's the fact that you're appealing to the growth.
Sure, it does.
No, absolutely. Follow me here. I appreciate you for those hand arts. Thank you. Yeah, no. So like, listen. It doesn't. So look, when you are appealing to the growth, it doesn't matter how it grows, right? So if you want, no. Listen, right? I need you to follow me, buddy. I need you to follow me. I need you to sit back. I need you to stop being so emotional. I need you to listen to me, right?
You're so dense.
No, listen.
So
It doesn't. No. I need you to listen, right? It doesn't matter how it grows. If you appeal to the growth in of itself, that is a logical fallacy. You can appeal to how it did grow to equate some form of justification, and we can see if that is justification. But just appealing to the growth that eventually led to the BC and the AD split is just going to be a logical fallacy. And the fact that I've spent the last 10 minutes of my life explaining to you what a logical fallacy is and how you are using it shows how dense you are.
You spend your life doing this. So you didn't waste 10 minutes. This is what you want.
I absolutely wasted 10 minutes explaining to you what a logical fallacy is. But it's okay. You said you're new at debating. I got you.
Didn't, right? But here's the
thing.
No,
back to the big question. Back to the big question. Back to the big question, man. I need proof that Jesus rose from the dead so we can assume that the word of the scripture is going to be correct. You're on mute, by the way. I muted you. So like all the talking you're doing, it's not going anywhere. Provide me proof that Jesus Christ rose from the dead.
Growth is a justification for the resurrection. You said it yourself a minute ago. Growth is a justification. No. You said how it grows could be a justification for the claim.
So how did it grow that justifies the notion that Jesus Christ rose from the dead?
By the death of individuals, right?
Which what about all the but what about all the individuals that died for the Islam religion?
It would not.
What about all the martyrs of all the other religions of all time?
It does. Well, so we're not talking about that, right? We're talking about the resurrection, right? We're talking
Yeah.
about the
So no,
resurrection.
no. So this is fun. No. So this is fun. No. This is fun, buddy. Right? No. Here's a big problem. So no. Shush. Sit back. So no, it does matter, because when you say that the growth out of like martyrdom and individuals dying for their religions inside of other religions doesn't matter, you are just cherry picking, and you are asserting this like very arbitrary like symmetry breaker between this ideal and those ideals. No, the matter of the fact is that you are no. Listen to these words. I need you to stop. I need you to close your mouth. I need you to close your mouth. No. I need you to close your mouth. I'm gonna mute you again. I'm gonna force you to close your mouth, and now I need you to open your ears. Right? So you are using martyrs for a religion to justify the religion. But as soon as we talk about any other religion, martyrs don't justify the religion. Because if martyrs symmetrically did justify religions, you would hold all religions as existing at the same time. When you support or justify the notion that Jesus Christ rose from the dead with the amount of people that died believing that Jesus Christ rose from the dead, well, we could just talk about all the people that died believing that that Muhammad was a prophet of the Islamic God, such as his grandson, or about the countless martyrs and individuals who died with a true belief in their faith for the Islamic gods, or the Norse gods, or the Greek gods, or the Aztec gods, or the Mayan gods, or like the Hindu gods. Thank you so much for the sunglasses. So no, this is not an adequate form of justification to support the notion that he rose from the dead, because of its universal application to all the other prophets and to all the other miracles and to all the other gods that exist besides the Christian God under other individuals' worldview.
Why?
Why? Because if you're going to say that Jesus Christ rose from the dead because some people died in believing that he did, well, then you're also going to have to say that Muhammad was a prophet of the Islamic God because people died truly believing that he was.
No, wouldn't you just start appealing to other things to determine where the contradictions occur for their religions and their faiths? So you could hold to both. Okay, these people died for whatever they believed in. Why did they do it? What was it? But it is irrelevant to my point that growth justified the resurrection. That was my point. The manner of growth justifies the resurrection. It doesn't matter what happened in 500 AD with Muhammad. It doesn't matter what happened in other religions. Does the manner of growth justify the resurrection to be a possibility?
And if that manner of growth is just like people dying for their faith, people have died for their faiths throughout all of history and throughout all religions. Scott, thank you so much for the $10. Guest is gobbling. Jesus Christ, that's crazy, Scott. Thank you so much for the $10.
Dean, answer the question. Could the manner of growth be a justification for the resurrection?
Sure, present me with the manner of growth.
People dying for what they believed in, regardless of what happens universally. We can assess those other beliefs based on other things. But at this moment, we're talking about the resurrection. Does the manner of growth and the eyewitness testimonies of the individuals that died and their believers that died, right, or their disciples that died behind them, is that not, or could that not be a justification for the resurrection itself? That these people really believed in what they saw, generations beyond the simple fact of actually being there present with Jesus himself.
That's not going to justify. No, I let you talk. You have more to say. Okay.
Yeah. So the church fathers all died, right? They were all direct disciples of the
Thank you for the galaxy. Thank you so much.
None of them saw Jesus, right? So something is here's where I appeal to faith, right? When I say something is supernaturally occurring, right? So in the book of Acts, like things are pretty crazy, right? We got people doing miracles, we got people experiencing things, right? So that's going to be a whole different topic on its own, right? But is it possible that the manner of growth, is it possible that the manner of growth is a justification for the resurrection itself, regardless of what happens with Muhammad?
Right. So the reason that this manner of growth in which you denoted of like the people just dying for what they believed in, this will not justify the resurrection, because if it did, then you'd have to also say that all other deities and all other prophets of all other religions of all time would be justified as well. And you cannot hold, the resurrection of Jesus to be true while also holding that Prophet Muhammad was a prophet, while also holding that the Norse gods exist, while also holding that the Greek god exists, while also holding that all these other deities exist, right? So it's like people dying. Like here's my big thing that I continue to get across to you. Now just listen. Here's my big thing that I continue to try to get across to you that you just simply just seem not to be listening to, right? So people like this is the same manner of growth that has been experienced in all other religions of all time. This same manner of growth of people truly believing and dying for it is also experienced by, the Islamic religion, is also experienced by, like the Norse religion, the Greek religion. This is the same manner of growth, right? So like here's one of my big contentions with
I would
religion.
disagree. It's not
Now,
the same.
listen, I'm not done talking. Shush. Here's like one of my big contentions with religion. And that's going to be that justification offered for any given religion will inherently also justify all other religions. And it seems as if the justification that you're providing would fall perfectly under this category for the reason that you are attempting to justify the divinity of Jesus Christ by the individuals that died thinking he was divine. And the big problem with that, thank you for the sunglasses, is that there's going to be other individuals from other points in history in other locations across of all of history that have died thinking other people were divine. And if you can't comprehend that, I highly suggest that you either move on to a different argument, because this is going to be what puts you in a corner with what you are currently debating.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. So I would disagree with you. The claim that it is in the same manner is one, unfalsifiable, right? You can't prove that. And second,
you can.
No other religion has done what Christianity has done.
That's not unfalsifiable. No, it's not unfalsifiable, it's non-falsifiable. So we need to first get our terminology correct. And yes, I'm going to prove to you right now that the growth I'm going to prove to you right now that the Islamic religion has experienced a similar manner of growth. Prophet Muhammad's grandson died in a battle out of his faith in his grandfather being a prophet of the Islamic God. He died for his faith alongside his wife and alongside his children, and alongside hundreds of thousands of other martyrs across history for the Islamic God. So A, that is not a non-falsifiable claim, because I just proved it with the Islamic religion. And B,
same manner, meaning the manner of growth, right? That's what I meant, because you couldn't claim that Christianity grew not out of any kind of warring, right? It initially started from
you told me that the Christianity grew because of the martyrs, right? That was your justification, right? And I just
for the resurrection, but not.
Camille, thank you so much for the subscription. Right? Yeah. Oh, that's what we're talking about right now. It's like the justification for Jesus rising from the dead. You said the justification was martyrs. Martyrs have existed for all other religions.
Right.
Have a great assumption that you're not going to think that Muhammad was the prophet.
So my next question is, why not then assess the different religions for what they are, right? So we agreed. You agreed that the manner of growth is a justification for the resurrection. And then also it's a justification for other religions having some kind of justification for what they believe. Okay, so
I said that manner of growth could be a form of justification.
So then why don't we then
one second. That's a big misconception. No. There's a big difference between is and could be. So when you assert that, like I said, that manner of growth is justification, no. I think manner of growth could be justification if that manner of growth is going to be historical or archaeological evidence, right? That's the thing. But the thing is that the manner of growth.
Are you making the claim that the manner of growth for Christianity and the resurrection is not historical?
No.
We're literally
living
it right
that
now.
It was martyrs, right? So yeah, I mean, no. Let's go ahead and test this claim. Can you provide to me any archaeological evidence to support the notion that Jesus Christ was divine or rose from the dead?
The manuscripts themselves that show
is not archaeological evidence.
Why?
Not to mention that you said the manuscripts. No.
Oh,
now we get back into the circular argument. No, that's not going to be justification, because now we get back into the argument from circularity. No, one second. No, thank you so much for that, Forever Rose. Now we get back into the argument of circularity, because earlier I asked you to justify the truth factor of the manuscripts, and you said those were justified by Jesus Christ rising from the dead, and now you're saying that Jesus Christ rising from the dead is justified by by the manuscripts. But for us to assume,
Are
for
they
us to
not
do that, we'd first have
archaeological
to
evidence?
presuppose the truth factor of the manuscripts, because
No, we
that would
don't.
be heavily. Yeah, no, of course we would. No.
We just have to justify
No,
the
no.
date.
If you no,
We
no,
just
we
have
of
to
course would
justify the
have to
date.
like presuppose. No, listen, we of course would have to presuppose the truth factor of the manuscripts. If you're saying the only justification that would exist to prove the truth factor of the manuscripts would be Jesus Christ rising from the dead, if when we are trying to use these manuscripts as justification for Jesus Christ rising from the dead,
That's not true. That's not
it
true.
completely requires
That's
the
not true.
presupposition of the truth factor of the manuscripts
That isn't-
to
that's not
support the
true.
notion that Jesus Christ rose from the dead. If it is Jesus Christ rising from the dead, that would
That's not
provide the
true.
truth factor to the
All right, Dean,
manuscripts, unless
so
you're
here's why
okay
it's
with
not true,
circular
Dean.
logic.
Here's why it's not true, Dean. Here's why it's not true. If I'm looking for archaeological evidence, then the manuscript simply existing and being dated around first century AD is proof that this event was written down and recorded. That is not what I'm saying. I don't need it to prove or say anything that the words actually written on the manuscripts mean anything. But the fact that they exist shows evidence. So you ask for archaeological and historical evidence, there it is. So okay, so let's go back.
So,
The
so
manner
like,
of
no.
hold
So
on,
like,
hold on, let's go back.
no. When
Let's
we're
recap
talking
this.
about archaeological evidence, we're talking about like eco-facts, right? So there's going to be like different forms of archaeological evidence, and one of them is going to be like an eco-fact, and this is going to be like some like physical or tangible item that would be like the result of like a human or of in a natural way, right? And so like what I'm saying is like, is there going to be like any no one second one. No,
is not
no,
an
no.
eco-fact. Why not?
Yeah,
It was written by a human.
Yeah, a
produced by
written
human.
document is not an eco-fact, it's an artifact. Right?
Okay.
And then also, like, even with that written
Archaeological
document in
evidence,
hand, right?
artifact.
Well, no, 1 second. And then also, even with that, like, written document in hand, that would only be justification to support that notion if that written document in hand was, like, correct, right? If we had, some, like, reliability on the truth factor of the text, right? But now this just goes back to the first thing that you said, that the reliability for the truth factor of the text would be Jesus Christ rising from the dead. And this is where, like, the circularity is introduced. Let me, like, lay this out to you really easily. So right now what you're doing is you're trying to justify the notion that Jesus Christ rose from the dead with archaeological artifacts such as the manuscripts, correct?
Correct, and they're dating. Yes.
All right. So now let's look at these. Let's look at these manuscripts with their dating and with the text within them. Well, these manuscripts are only going to provide justification if the text on the manuscripts is correct, has truth to them. Correct?
I would disagree. The reason
you're saying okay. No, you're okay. Awesome. So you're disagreeing. I got another question. No, I got another question. No, you just said you disagree. That's all I need to know. We're almost done. We're almost done. No. We're almost done. We're almost done. No, we're almost done. We're almost done. No. I'm leading you down a train of thought. I don't get me off topic here.
Well,
right?
I got to write it down then.
So now here's the train of thought. So you just said that this sorry. You said that this artifact of like the manuscripts could provide justification to the notion that Jesus Christ rose from the dead if they did not possess a truth factor. So now we're going to assume that they do not possess a truth factor. These manuscripts are not true, and we know them to be not true. So could these untrue manuscripts provide justification for Jesus Christ rising from the dead? Yes or no?
So I think you misunderstood me. Not the fact of whether they are or are not true is what doesn't matter. Not that they are not true, but whether they are or are not.
Oh, of course that matters, right?
Right.
No, I'll show you that matters.
Here's why it doesn't. Here's why it doesn't.
No, answer the question. You answering my question will show you that the truth factor of the text matters, right? So we are going to assume that they're not correct. Would you say that would grant justification for Jesus Christ rising from the dead? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
No. I would have no. So
yes or no question. Answer. It's a yes or no.
I misstated.
It's a yes or no.
I would have to have it. It has to have validity, but I'm not saying I need that.
It has to have validity. Exactly. And then how do we justify the validity of the texts? By Jesus Christ rising from the dead, and that is what you stated earlier. So why are we trying to justify the notion that Jesus rose from the dead with manuscripts that would only possess validity if Jesus Christ rose from the dead? Right? You understand the circularity that's introduced here, yes or no?
I do. So
yes, awesome. I just spent the last 30 minutes of my life trying to get you to see the circularity that exists within your argument. And if you understand the circularity with your argument, then you have no argument. You have no argument. No, you just self-admitted that you have no argument if you understand that your argument is circular. No, you just said it yourself. You just said, I understand the circularity within my argument. Therefore, you have no argument because it's circular.
True or false? I stated that at the beginning of this
entire
thing.
You just admitted that you have a circular argument.
Chat, did I not say that at the beginning of me producing any of these arguments, that this is going to be, when I said I come to you as the Bible being my validity for what I believe in, or how I believe the way I do,
W, bro.
it's going to be circular.
W.
Now, here's the next thing. So
W.
why
Yeah, look at
isn't
the
the
chat. Look
end
at the
of
chat. Look at the chat. No, man.
why
Look,
why
look.
isn't
I gotta
hold on,
go.
can
Like,
you
I gotta
so
go over
real
to a
quick
friend's house.
answer this question,
Homie. I gotta go to a friend's house, man. Look, listen.
I was the
That was
last
all
one.
I was trying to get you to do. All I was attempting to get you to do was concede that you had a circular argument. And
I was
now
your
what I want
last
you to do
guest.
is when you get off, yes, you are. Now what I want you to do when you get off the stream is look up begging the question fallacy.
Got
Listen,
it.
we cannot have an argument that
I'll look up
exists in a
all
nature of
17 of them.
circularity because it inherently begs the question. When you support the notion that the text of the manuscript is true by Jesus rising from the dead, and then you support the notion that Jesus Christ rises from the dead with the texts of the manuscript, you have circularity. And you
How many logical
conceded to
fallacies
this.
are there?
Oh, there's a shit
I
ton.
know you got to go, but for just my educational purposes, real quick. So, how much time do you got?
Oh, I got like 2 minutes.
Okay, so no more debating. I really do genuinely want to know, why isn't just the individual writing it an archaeological purpose, or not? What am I trying to say? Why isn't the fact that manuscripts being written by an actual person who existed, who has extra outside of the manuscript being written by the individual, right, has references to them, right? So the early church fathers writing to each other, right, actually existing. Why isn't that proof to what they believed in, right?
Right. So that's not going to be proof to what they believe in because we don't know if the text is true or false. And then what is going to be proof for what they believed in is the justification for the text being true or false. Right?
Yeah.
So then it has nothing to do with the manuscripts and all to do with the proof for the validity of the manuscripts.
But so you asked me to give you a proof of some kind of historical archaeological find, right? And so my thought process was, well, I have these individuals, they wrote about something, we have the actual manuscripts that they wrote. Why isn't that giving proof to the growth is justification for the resurrection, or manner of growth is justification?
Well, I mean, even in just the way that you restated it, you slipped up. I didn't ask for a historical or archaeological find. I asked for historical or archaeological justification, right? And justification is going to be one in which would give credence to any given position. And without knowing or having justification for the truth factor of the archaeological finds, they're not going to grant credence. And as soon as you try to justify the truth factor,
yeah. I didn't hear you say justification for it. I thought you just wanted evidence. Okay, so you needed, so you wanted actual justification that the historical find or archaeological find gave justification to the manner of growth, which gives justification to the resurrection. Okay. Yeah. All right. I thought you just wanted evidence of things that we have found.
Can I get a concession?
Huh?
Can I get a concession from you?
Am I saying? Oh, that I concede?
Or that I won this debate?
Well, so I want to say this. I disagree that we even covered my 3 points that I gave, but you just took it to like biblical stuff. I would love to actually cover. I do want to say, if you got a second, the reason Levitical law, according to the Christian worldview, is my point 3. Why that isn't the same as civil law, right? Because what we believe about, for the Christian worldview, right? What we believe about marriage is so moral that when he talks about homosexuality in 18 and 20 in Leviticus, and then he talks about things that are civil, the civil law has been done away with. Jesus himself has actually accomplished the law, but he himself even states. So I think when you use that argument, any Christian can just tear that to pieces. So I wouldn't use that anymore.
Wait, what argument?
Okay, so when you talk about shellfish and the other abominable acts that are mentioned,
that's not
Leviticus
my
18.
argument. My big argument from Leviticus is just going to be in virtue of the fact that it's stated in Leviticus that those rules were only for the natives of Israel, right? So this is
the reason that's wrong. Real quick, just to educate you on this, the reason that would be a wrong statement. Wait, did you freeze?
No.
Hello? Well, you're pretty still, my bro.
Yeah.
The reason that would be wrong is because the moral law of God is consistent regardless of mankind being Israelite or Gentile, right? So marriage itself, the act of the created order, would be moral, not just a cultural separation, which
no,
is what
well, like,
Leviticus
I
is.
know,
And
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. I do agree with you, right? So it's not going to matter what you are, if, like the law of God is going to be applicable to you. However, the specific law of God is stated as only being an application to those that lived in Israel. And I mean, and like the reason that I say that this is so like uncontroversial is because it says directly so in the text, right?
yeah,
So like,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like, we could actually like we could actually read Leviticus and infer this, right? And it's like Judaism takes this literal translation as truth, but then Christianity, takes this like this nuanced dive on, everyone's an Israelite. But no, that's not the case, because if we actually read the text, it very blatantly and clearly states. Thank you so much for that, Galaxy Jesse. Thank you so much. And also, Naomi, thank you so much for the $5 Venmo. I appreciate y'all. Quite very, like, blatantly and clearly states that it is only for the ancient Israelites. Like, very, very clearly.
Yeah,
Right?
it is,
But now,
because that's the
no, I'm not
context, right?
debating you on this,
No,
because
no, I know, I know.
listen, listen. I
Last
could, I
words.
could, I could reference you. I could reference you to like a theologian. I could reference you to a few really good historians. I could reference you to a few really good individuals that understand the Bible like 10, 20 times better than I do and are fluent in Hebrew and fluent in Greek. For this, I mean, like, I gotta go. Have a good one, Jesse. I'm not going to have a debate with you on this.
No,
I'm
no,
not,
that's fine.
because
I
the
know.
debate's over.
Yeah,
And
I
we
can.
could have a
Hold on,
debate
real
on
quick.
this
Last
another
words.
time,
We
but the
will.
debate's over. I have to
Last
go
words.
fix my friend's guitar.
Last words.
No, but no. Can I please get a
I
concession
concede.
real quick?
I concede that my argument for the resurrection of Jesus was circular, and I will go to the drawing board and I will figure out a way to make it less circular, and not have an appeal for the popularity fallacy, or appeal for popularity. I don't know if it's a fallacy. Um, and I will also know what non-falsifiable is. But I think we completely avoided the whole gay thing in this. So, which is what you needed to do in order to take the chair out from underneath me. Consider, Dean, that the resurrection really did occur. If it did, it means something. It really does.
Right. But the question forever will be, what is the justification for it occurring? And no, we did not get off topic of why being gay is wrong. We just simply discussed your justification for why being gay is wrong. L, I really appreciate you for coming up here. I
Gotcha.
really do. I hope that you have an amazing night, man.
You too, man.
I appreciate your time. Woo! Oh, I'm gonna open the chat back up. Yo, that was the craziest concession of a lifetime. Thank you so much for the hand hearts. Massive, Dean W. Thank you so much for the Gus, Ornella. Thank you so much. Holy shit, that was a fucking... Yo, that was a W, bro. Thank you so much for the hand hearts. Hello, everybody. Welcome back in. Listen, I have never, ever, ever had an argument about, like, Christianity, like, almost double my viewership. That was a crazy fucking debate. And for all the people saying L. Dean, he conceded. He conceded. No, you heard him say, I concede. So, that's funny. But anyways, all of you guys, that was a phenomenal little debate. Phenomenal guy. I mean, he actually does sound pretty smart. I think that when he, if he starts debating more, he will be quite the force to be reckoned with. He will be quite the force to be reckoned with. That's so funny that people are saying Dean lost when he conceded. Like, when he's like, I lost. He's like, I lost, I concede. Then people say Dean lost. That's hilarious. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and head out here for the night. I really appreciate everyone who was here all night. I appreciate everyone who donated me. Good to see you, Logan. Via gifts here on TikTok or via, money over on Venmo. I love you all so very, very, very much. It was another very fun night of debates. And I will see you all tomorrow. And tomorrow we're actually doing a new topic. We're doing a new topic tomorrow. I'm going to start working on new topics. I want to start doing a new one every day. But just real quick. If this follow button right here is red, hit that shit. Click that button. I do debates like these every single day. And they're always very educating, no matter what side of the issue you fall on. Guys, also consider joining my Discord. The link is in the bio, discord.gg/itsdeaann. I hang out in there every single day. It's so fun. I love talking to y'all. I love getting to know y'all. Have a good night, everyone. Make sure to come back tomorrow. Peace.